Hey kids, it's time to get some SML podcast all up in that.
I mean, this is going to...
Summer sales here.
Oh, God, no. I don't want to look. I'm not going to look. All right, I'm going to look. All right, let's do this because I really gotta do stuff.
If you insist. What's up, everyone? This is the SML podcast, episode 201. I am Joe, your host. Joined with me right now is Chris. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I had a doctor's appointment today, so that sucked. But aside from that, I'm doing fine.
Are you losing your other nut?
Hopefully not. I'm not entirely sure yet. I still have to go get an I have to go get an ultrasound and all this other nonsense. So
I said it as a joke.
No, we might be going there. I might be like an air cannon soon. I won't be producing anything. Oh my god. Yeah, basically. So
it's a hot breath.
I don't know. We'll see. So hopefully not. They're trying.
I wonder
not
if you
to
could
go that
mod
way.
it to turn it into.
I'll just have to get. I'll ask them to surgically implant like a little like Bluetooth speaker that I can like connect to.
That would be amazing.
Play my own sound effects through it.
When you take off your pants for the first time, it's like the Zelda.
Oh my god, no! They would probably put their clothes back on and just be like, "Fuck you, you nerd."
I don't know. Are you at MagFest when this happens? Because if you're at MagFest,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm going to blow the magical whistle of Legend of.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm just gonna start making like fucking like I'll get isolated ocarina tracks and just be like, you should you should play my ocarina.
Holy shit. Oh, so fun episode we have lined up today. Later on in the show, after Chris bails on me, I am going to be joined by the folks from Loot Interactive. No idea if Rez will be here for that, but
we'll see. I unfortunately underestimated the amount of time that it's going to take for me to get ready for. I have to leave in the morning for my gigs for the weekend, so it was a bit of an oversight on my part. So my bad.
Bitch.
I know. Dude, as soon as I looked it up on Google Maps and I saw the amount of time that I'm gonna have to travel, I'm like, fuck. Like I wasn't ready for that shit.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
So I figure before the Loot guys join, you and I could handle some news and reviews, so we could get that shit out of the way, since we basically didn't do anything last episode.
Nope. We were pretty useless.
2.5 hours of nothing.
Nothing.
That's like 2 of our original episodes.
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, at least now, when we have topics that we want to hit, we'll actually like get to them, and we can transition into them now. But I kind of figured that our 200th episode was just going to be like, yo, let's just fuck off. Like, whatever.
Yeah, we need those fuck off episodes.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you just need to just kick back and just be an idiot.
Yeah, and who better to fuck off with than Adam and Bob?
Yes. Yeah. That was a lot of insanity. That was great.
To be fair, we did take care of something fairly large last episode.
Yeah, we did. A couple things. We touched on a couple things that were worth hitting up. So I would suggest going back and listening to it if you didn't hear it already.
Well, I'm mainly referring to the fact that we announced the SML 200 contest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we went over like all the big stuff on the last episode. If you missed it and you want the info on the contest, head to joecam.net.
Joecam.net.
Yes, because I wrote up a full contest post there detailing, the value. Like, this prize package is worth over $1,000.
Dude, it's so much shit.
It's
so
officially
much shit.
over $1,000.
Dude, that's nuts, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, $1,000.
That's a lot. That's a lot of dollars. I wish I had that many dollars worth of stuff.
It's bananas. Of course, I went through like some of the finer details, like all these codes are intended for North American audiences. So while people from all over the globe are welcome to enter, they might not work for you depending on what kind of code and what kind of account you have and where you live and stuff like that. But you're still welcome to enter. We don't care.
Or you can give them as gifts.
True. Very true.
So you can do with them as you will.
And then I also mentioned that all physical prizes will only be given to a winner in the United States because I can't afford international shipping.
Nah.
I mean, if you want to foot the bill, we'll talk.
Fuck that shit.
No, I mean the winner. I mean the winner.
Oh, yeah.
If winner wants to foot the bill, we could definitely work something out, but
we could figure it out.
As it stands.
But also, like, yeah, there are physical items, but, do you really want to pay the international shipping for like a hat and like? Hey,
there's some CDs and some swag and goodies.
It's true. Yeah, not to mention like some of the random nonsense that you'll probably just toss in. Just
like a kitten.
Yeah.
Got 3 of those to get rid of.
Make sure you poke holes in the box. That's all.
And get wet. That's the pee drain.
Oh, right.
The holes in the box are the pee drain. But yeah, if you somehow missed us going nuts hyping up this contest, that felt good. Head to joecam.net for all the details. You'll know it's the proper post when it says SML 200 contest, win a shitload of prizes.
Because it is a shitload of prizes.
It really is. And I actually added more prizes since last episode.
I'm not surprised.
One of our review games today, we got an extra copy of that, and that's in the prize pack. And then our dear friend Stemage donated digital codes for 4 of his albums.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about him today. Actually, he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
I should play his entrance music or his theme song for this
theme. We could. You have the liberty of doing that.
I do.
You can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster.
I'm going to play it right now.
Right now? Okay.
And that's where the editing.
I get it. I understand.
So yeah, SML Podcast, episode 201. We should probably get into like what we actually have to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
You could do what you actually have to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we'll start off with some news.
Sure.
The big thing I have is that there are a bunch of new backward-compatible titles on the Xbox One today. On Reddit, some guy super early this morning at like 3 a.m. was like, hey, these are the games coming to backward compatibility today. And everyone's like, fuck you, you don't have a source. No one knows who you are. 100% nailed it.
There you go.
So this guy, he did it around E3 too. With the last batch, he said 4 of them were coming. He didn't know about the 5th. So the 5th one was a bonus, but this time he was 100% right on. So now people are taking him seriously. Go figure.
Go figure it takes accuracy for someone to take you seriously.
Yeah, but there's actually a nice large batch of games today, including a massive game. Let's go in order here. Blood Knights is up, which is cool. A hack and slash RPG from Deck 13, who've been awesome enough to work with us a handful of times. They actually have 2 prizes in our SML contest bundle. Red Faction Battlegrounds, which is the arcade, like the XBLA Red Faction top-down shooter.
Oh, I don't think I ever actually played that.
That's one of the few that I haven't picked up yet. Like, I've always been waiting for a sale, but I'm guessing because the whole THQ thing, sale will probably never happen.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know. Joe Danger Special Edition.
I don't think I played that either.
Really? That seems like it's right up your alley.
Could be.
Have you even looked it up before?
Negative.
Yeah, you should do that.
Maybe I will. I love that there's enough that they're putting out on a regular basis as far as backwards compatible titles are concerned that it's like worth paying attention to all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice. And that opens the door to cheaper alternatives to get new games onto your newer system, at least.
Indeed. Or if they're games you already have, to revisit something that you enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Like fucking Gunstar Heroes. I love it.
Or Comic Jumper, which is another new one. The Twisted Pixel guys, side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Oh yeah.
Crystal Quest, one of the super early XBLA games, like an actual arcade game.
Okay.
I Am Alive, that survival. I don't know if it's really horror-ish, but it's like the post-apocalyptic survival game. One summer of arcade
thing.
Dungeons and Dragons: Chronicles of Mystara.
That's an interesting one. I'm sure some people will lose their
like the old
shit
school arcade beat 'em up RPG kind of thing. And then the biggie, the massive one of the week.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas.
That's big. So all of the old, Fallout 3 and New Vegas are now backwards compatible.
Yep. So you could play 3, New Vegas, and 4 on your Xbox One.
Uh-huh. Not to mention all the nonsense as far as DLC is concerned.
And I think this proves that Bethesda is pretty on board with the backward compatibility program, so I think Oblivion might not be too far behind.
That would be nuts.
I would be thrilled if Oblivion came, because I've dabbled in that game so many times over the years, but I got it so early that I wasn't really into first-person games at the time. I think I've gone over on this show a bunch of times how...
Oh, yeah.
How I never really clicked with first-person games for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fallout is actually what helped me change that.
Yeah, that's... I actually... You're not the only person that's mentioned that. I've heard of a lot of people saying the same thing, that like they just don't, the control scheme just doesn't make sense for them. But as soon as they got into a Fallout, because it's not necessarily like, you don't have to rely on your immediate response to certain stuff with the VATS thing, and like, so it's a great introduction for people that aren't necessarily keen on doing first person stuff.
Yeah, the big thing with me was actually motion sickness. And I know that Oblivion is kind of a slower, go at your own pace kind of thing. But
yeah,
at the time,
slower frame rate and...
And yes, I know you could switch to a third-person view in those games, but really, do you want to switch to third-person view?
Ugh.
They look terrible in third person.
Yeah,
where your character just like hovers over everything.
Yeah, you do not want to play those games in third person. That's really not the point.
So a handful of smaller things. Hotline Miami 2 has a level editor that just left beta and is now live for everybody.
That's fucking awesome.
Devil's Third, the Wii U exclusive action game from the guy who created the Dead or Alive games that was horribly reviewed. The online services are already going to be shutting down in December. So that's a fairly short shelf life. And then there are rumors going around based on trademarks that Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo's registered for them. It looks like the NX might go back to some kind of cartridge format.
Yeah, this has been speculated for a little while because the company that actually creates all the cartridges for like their Nintendo's like 3DS games and all that kind of stuff, I guess in like one of their market share, like almost like their equivalent of an E3, like a press conferencey thing. They were talking about like, oh, well, they made a new business acquisition and we're looking to like they're claiming that their profits are going to be really, really big in the next coming year, which would, indicate that some sort of new project would be going on with them. So I would not be surprised if they went back to a cartridge. I think it would be fucking rad. I'm sure as far as longevity is concerned, you don't have to worry about scratching a goddamn cartridge. So
True.
I'm 100% on board with that. So
I mean, I can't figure that the cost of the cartridges is going to be that much compared to what it used to be, given how cheap flash memory has become.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you look at stuff like the Vita and the 3DS, which are cartridge based. So, it's not like those games cost $90 each.
Nope. Some of them are actually, well, let's be honest, most of them are cheaper.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're smaller games, but are we going to nitpick with details here? Fuck.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, like, I think you can absolutely store nowadays. You can store a hell of a lot more data in a smaller size, in a smaller form factor when it comes to like if you were to create a cartridge over a disc.
Let's look at the fact that my PlayStation Vita, you know how big the memory cards in a Vita are, right?
What do they go up to like?
I have a 64 gig memory stick for the Vita. That's like smaller than my fucking pinky nail.
Yep.
And that holds more than a Blu-ray.
And not to mention the fact that, like I was gonna say, all of the games now coming out on Blu-rays, they're not even utilizing the full Blu-ray. To be honest, like most of them are like most games now, if you were to get them on disc, are like 40 gigs.
20, 30
on the higher end. You know what I mean?
There are also, there's always things like Grand Theft Auto and Halo where you have to download more and they grow over time. So I think Halo 5 is up to like 70 gigs, something insane like that. I'm actually going to look it up.
But even still, you can easily fit all of that on a flash drive nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think I'm 100% on board with going back to cartridges for the next Nintendo system. Completely on board. Because that actually adds like the whole like collectors type of mentality to it. Because even people that aren't huge collectors of video games, everybody always holds on to their Nintendo and Genesis and Super Nintendo. Like they're like, oh, these things are going to be worth fucking millions someday. Like it's just it has like a little bit more flair to it, so you tend to value it a lot more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I severely underestimated the size of Halo 5, by the way. As 81.2.
Okay, but still, like 100, you can get 120, 160 gig flash drives that are, and those are dirt fucking cheap now too.
I just think it's crazy how games that come on a 50 gig Blu-ray disc still needs another 30 gig at this. All the updates and additions and added content.
Well, again, the funny thing would be is if they're like, could you imagine if the other companies ended up going back over to a cartridge-based thing? Like, could you imagine if the next Xbox had cartridges?
That would be bananas.
It'd be nuts. It'd be crazy. I want that to happen, though.
Then you have something like Quantum Break, where the game itself is 47, but the downloadable level or the video pack is like fucking 75.
Yeah.
That's fully uncompressed video for all the episodes. That's going to be,
and it's going to look beautiful. But
that is streaming.
I think, I think cartridges are the future.
Someone commented that the production costs, and if Nintendo goes back to its licensing costs like they did with their early cartridge systems, it might ward off some third-party support. And then they're like, oh, wait, they don't have any to begin with. Fuck it.
So it's not going to matter.
And then something that I just like this just caught my eye, but Bandai Namco just trademarked Amazing Katamari in Japan.
Yeah.
Looks like we might be finally getting a new Katamari.
That'd be nice.
I don't give a shit what system it's on, as long as it's on an actual system and it's not another goddamn mobile game.
Wait, they did a mobile game?
Yeah, and it was shit.
That's unfortunate. I was gonna say, like, Katamari would probably work in a mobile, like, in a mobile market, but I guess if it's implemented poorly, then probably not.
Well, it wasn't a real Katamari game. Like, a fucking rolling...
Okay, I get it. I understand.
Anyway, you had news that you wanted to talk about as well.
Yeah, so there was this interesting thing that's been going on. So the new GTX 1080, 1070, 1080, they're the new graphics cards in the line of EVGA for PC gaming. So Asus and MSI, if you're not familiar with the way that like graphics processors work for computers, you might have a certain chipset. So when I say like EVGA 1080, 1070, like that's the chip that's inside of it. But there's multiple companies that make multiple versions of these graphics cards. There's two companies in particular that I want to talk about: MSI and Asus.
I love mindless self-indulgence.
Yeah, so MSI and Asus apparently were sending out their review copies of their graphics processors for companies to review them. And when they sent out their versions, they slightly overclocked them so that they would perform slightly better than what the stock version would be, in an attempt to skew what people believe, to skew the benchmark tests to essentially come off as like, hey, ours run better, so you should buy ours, which is kind of skeezy. EVGA, EVGA actually like called them out on it. And I think it was either MSI or Asus. I forget which one did it, but one of them was basically like, we did this so that, God, what did they say? It was like the most ridiculous quote I ever heard. It was something along the lines of like, oh, well, we did this to make sure that there were no like no miscommunications of what the performance is most likely going to be by a consumer, because everybody overclocks their GPUs nowadays, which is total fucking bullshit. Like, I've never overclocked a GPU in my life.
God.
I mean, like, there are a lot of people that will, but to put out your benchmarks and say like, oh, well, we did this just because like everybody does this, like that's like the worst. That's the worst comeback ever. Like,
well, if everyone else jumped off a bridge, would you?
But they upgraded it. I mean, it was minimal. They They boosted the clock speed for the people that care about the numbers. They boosted the clock speed from 1683 to 1709. So it was only by an increase by like 20 something, you know? So it's not crazy, but it's enough to make a difference. And it's just bullshit that, you know, these companies felt that it was okay to do this. And granted, I guess the bigger part of the controversy is that they've been doing this for a while.
And they just got called out on it
with
now.
some of their previous cards. So EVGA, like they were just kind of like, they were shitting like all over them, and just like they started sending out like new advertisements as like EVGA is like what you see is what you get, and like you know, not in attempts to not skew their numbers. I mean, the PC gaming marketplace is fucking cutthroat. Like, everybody's always constantly at each other's throats, making sure that they've got like the craziest, highest end shit. So I can understand that there can be some practices in which to try and boast the appeal of your product, but, you know, changing legitimate performance That's pretty fucked. So, if you're on the market for a new graphics card, this is the first time around I went ATI, and I am pleasantly surprised so far. So maybe if you're not all aboard the GeForce train, it might be worth looking over into ATI every once in a while. Just throwing that out there.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a thing that happened. Figured I'd like bring that up and let everybody know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's just so shitty to, yeah, we're going to send you out product for review. It's going to be more powerful than what the normal public will be getting.
Right. Which would skew the review as well. Like, that's kind of, that was the other reason why I was just kind of like, well, that's bullshit. Like, how are they supposed to do a fair comparison when the one that you're sending off is essentially a souped up version, you know?
Oh, man. A little bit more news, since you're talking about PC stuff, is Steam summer sales here.
Yay! I'm going to spend no money.
Gotta sell some trading
Isn't
cards.
that what... Yeah, I was going to say, that's what everybody says, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I'm not going to spend a dime. You know, $20-$30 later, like, why do I have all these indie games? Like,
I'm looking at some of the sales, and like most of it is stuff that like I just don't care about because it's versions of games I already own. But
right.
The Bug Butcher, which Pappy reviewed way back in the day, is down to $4, and I might just might use my trading card money on that.
Trading card credit. It's free money, people.
Up to $13. I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah, fuck no. Absolutely not.
That shit up for a rainy day, and looking kind of cloudy right now, if you catch my drift. That made no sense.
I get it. I thought it was clever.
Then I know on episode 200 we talked about Mighty Number 9. A fun story came out that the credits for Mighty Number 9 are nearly 4 hours long. Because it lists all 70,000 Kickstarter backers.
I wonder how many people would love to have their name removed off of that list. I would say a good handful, at least.
I wouldn't be shocked.
That was one of the first. Go ahead.
The funny thing is, like, I'm just like skimming through it right now. 3 hours, 48 minutes. 3 hours, 48 minutes, and there's so many of them that just say a generous backer. Like, just fucking delete those. We don't need to see.
So they just like fucking just copy and pasted from a.
Like, if you didn't fill it out and put your name, then they just put a generous backer.
Well, then why wow, they're idiots. What the fuck? Why would you do that? Like,
I paused it. Let me look on screen right now. It goes from 21,010 to 21,058. 22 of those are just a generous backer.
That's retarded. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Wow. That's infuriating.
Oh, and there's some that's even bigger. Let's see this screen. I just like clicked forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 on one side. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actual names. Because it's split left and right side, and that's just the one side.
I have no words. That is sheer and utter stupidity.
Yep.
That's just dumb. That's just dumb.
I mean, it's
how much you want to bet that the actual credits would only be like an hour?
If they got rid of all the generous backers?
Yeah.
Probably.
Cut it down by a fourth.
I wonder how long it would be if they just didn't have any of the Kickstarter
Any of the Kickstarter
things.
backers? 2 seconds.
Here you go. It'll be like 5-6 minutes, something like that.
Nah, I don't know about that.
I'm waiting to see when.
I miss the old days where it's just this fucking a picture of the company that made the game. That's it.
True.
That's it. That's all you get.
All right, the backers start at 6:08 into the video. Where are the actual credits? They start at 10 seconds in. So it's 6 minutes of actual credits. Dip towards the end.
6 minutes of actual credits. It's over 4 hours long.
It's 3:48.
Okay. So it's still it's over 3.5 hours long,
And
which is the length of a major motion picture at this point.
And they end at 3:47:51. So there's 3 hours and 41 minutes of backers. And then there's one in memory of.
So in the time that it would take you to watch a major motion picture.
Two.
You
could watch one Hobbit film.
Yeah. Apparently The Conjuring 2 was like 3 hours or something stupid. I don't know. My bass player went to go and see it, and like they were gone for fucking ever. And I was just like, yo, man, well, like, did you guys hit up a bar? And they're like, no, the movie was just that long.
Oh, shit. Anyway, we should probably tackle some reviews.
Yeah, let's do that.
Got that. I guess Lumo and Kung Fu Connect, I'll just give really quick ones since we did interviews with them. Kung Fu Connect, virtual air guitar company. It should be out by the time you're listening to this for $20. If you enjoy Kinect games, worth picking up. It is kind of like a side-scrolling fighting game where you do all the punching, kicking, and special moves and fun stuff like that. It's fun, enjoyable, and I blew out my elbow doing it. So there you go.
So 10 out of 10.
Some people might be turned off at the cost compared to some of the other virtual air guitar company games. I think their highest one before was like $12.99. But this was originally a full retail release on the Xbox 360, so you're getting a full retail release with this.
Okay.
A 14-chapter story mode.
Oh, Jesus.
A bunch of different mini games to it. So there is a lot of content there. And if you own a Kinect and it's getting dusty, chances are you want to put it to use. Lumo from AAA Limited, which was Gareth when he was on, published by Rising Star Games, released June 22nd for $20. Another awesome isometric view. I don't want to say a puzzle game because Gareth was like, it's not really a puzzle game. It's more a platforming adventure game. Really good stuff. I don't know, listen to the interview. Fuck it, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, right? What the fuck, guys? We already we
$1.99. Listen to our interviews. They're both good games. They're both worth picking up.
Do it. Do it.
Let's go to games that we have to talk about right now. Active Soccer 2 DX, developed and published by the Fox Software. This one released back in March 30th. It originally released at $14.99. It just had a price drop to $9.99. And when I mentioned that on Twitter, the guys behind the game were like, oh, we never got back to you. Email us. So I emailed them. They sent me a copy of the game to check out. It is a top-down view soccer game. The menus and all seem fairly basic. I believe it was originally a mobile game. So yeah. There's some of that conversion, I guess, growing pains. The actual gameplay itself is really enjoyable. I'm not huge into a lot of sports games, but I was able to play this and enjoy this without losing my mind. And you know, they have customizable game length, so if you just want to like breeze through some quick 3-minute games, you can do that. Or if you want to set longer games and spend way too much of your evening watching tiny little soccer players run up and down a field, go for it.
It almost looks like the RBI equivalent of FIFA.
It's a lot more arcadey in style, at least I feel. It does have a lot of sim elements if you want them. Like they have large rosters that you can bench and pull in and all that other stuff. There are an absurd amount of teams in the game, and different divisions and cups and countries, and there is a lot of detail if you're looking for it. But if you're just looking for a quick, hey, let me play some quick soccer, it's there, and I want to say 6 to 8 person local co-op or local play. I can't remember the exact number, but I know there were a shitload of controller icons.
A shitload. 8.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, it's enjoyable. I think for $10, if you're looking for a quick and fun soccer game.
Yeah, holy shit! 850 teams.
Yeah, I wasn't lying. There's a lot of teams there.
It's a lot.
The price drop to $10. I think if you were on the fence before, that extra $5 price drop down to $10 should push you over the edge. It was fun, enjoyable, and for those who care, fairly easy achievement.
Well, there you go. Some people will get it just based on that alone.
Pretty much. I'm sure a lot of people have.
I believe it. Shiz, I'm looking at you.
I don't know if he ever got that one. I don't think he did, which I'm shocked because fairly easy achievement points. He landed, developed and published by Nemesys Games, released June 22nd for $13.99. This is another kind of mobile style game brought over to console. It is one of those you control a bunch of different airplanes and you have to land them at airports or guide them around obstacles and exit the stage, and you deal with like a dozen different planes at once and you have to manage them. Air traffic controller, pretty much. It's fun. There are some, like, I think my biggest gripe with the game is when there's multiple planes on the screen, you use the right analog stick to jump between them, hitting left and right. And when there's a bunch on the screen, you'll lose your mind trying to get to the one that you want. And instead, it's going to like a different one, and you're just trying to figure out how to get to the one that you need.
Makes sense.
I think if there was a better, more accurate way of determining which plane that you want to get, it might be it would be a boon to the game, I think. Another thing is the $13.99 price. I wasn't expecting it to be that high. I know we talk a lot about the cost of a game is subjective based on the value that you perceive and all that other stuff. I was expecting this to be like $8 to $10. So I was kind of thrown off when I saw it was $14. I think that's going to turn a lot of people off. The actual gameplay itself, again, really fun. There are an absurd amount of stages in the game, plus they have endless modes, which are plenty fun as well. I'm giving it a try it mainly because of the frustration I would feel when trying to switch planes. Like, I can understand the cost behind the game for what all is there, but just the frustration of trying to get the plane I need and then not getting to it and watching my planes wreck.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
If you can't get a hang of selecting the proper planes, you might lose your mind a bit. I'm giving it a try it, but it's, watch someone else play it, watch them curse out the game at picking the wrong things. Yeah, it's enjoy. I had fun with it, so
cool.
Next one, 20XX, developed and published by Batterystaple Games. It is available now on Steam in early access for $11.99. You put a bunch of time into this, didn't you?
I did. So I keep forgetting that it's early access, honestly, because it's already pretty much there. I get the one thing that I will say, if you're not familiar with like how the game plays, it's pretty much Mega Man. If you were to mix that with, I don't know, almost like a Rogue Legacy-esque type of thing, the more that you like, it's a, I guess, roguelike-ish.
Yeah.
That the stages are semi-procedurally generated. I did notice that like the more that I've been playing it, I've been noticing some patterns developing with certain stuff, which I'm assuming that's why it's in early access. They're probably just going to be adding like a bunch more stuff to it. There's 2 different characters. Now, granted, I don't have a lot of experience with other Mega Man games. Mega Man 2 was the one that you had me play.
Yeah.
And that was what, like last year?
Something
played
like
that for the first time.
I think that was still in Danville when I lived down there.
Okay, so maybe like 2. But regardless, that was the first time I ever played an actual Mega Man game. So I don't have a ton of experience with Mega Man. However, I think there's one that has the blaster that is, indicative of regular Mega Man. And then there's another character that you can play as that's like got a energy sword thing that I guess is more like, is it Zero?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I at least know that enough. Yeah. But yeah, so I noticed the more and more that I started playing the game, I kind of wanted to play a Zero more. Just because I felt like I was almost playing a modified version of Rogue Legacy again. But that's the thing that's cool about it. Like you can tailor the play style to more of the type of character that you like playing. I think the furthest that I got was like 4 bosses.
Nice.
So I don't know how many you're supposed to get through, but there's endless modes where you can just constantly like keep going through. There's actually like daily and weekly challenges, which is also kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw those.
And yeah, I'm trying to remember like what all I want to like hit on the game. It looks great. It plays great. It's extremely responsive, which I love. And it's some of the little things, but I've noticed some of the newer indie games have been including. I was playing it on PC, but they recommend playing it on a controller, and they included in the settings menu a dead zone adjust for the joystick,
which is in some games is incredibly helpful. There's a game I'm playing now. I can't talk about it yet. You'll hear about it next week. Mm-hmm. But it needs some kind of dead zone because my Elite, I've never noticed this in any other game, but it has a slight pull to the right.
Yes.
Which in 99% of the games I've played, I don't notice it because they have some kind of dead zone implemented in the game. But in this game, every time that I move, my character will just immediately face to the right, or they might run a little bit to the right. Mm-hmm. And I wish there was some kind of dead zone modifier to assist in that.
Yeah, I love that they have that in there because, like, most of the time with these types of games, I will prefer to use the D-pad. But because this is so responsive, I found myself actually using the joystick more, especially because I can set that dead zone. And I just sat for like a minute or two and just did a couple like flicks and all that kind of stuff. And once I got that dialed in, I was just like, holy shit, this plays fantastically. Like that was one of the first things that I noticed about it. The thing that I really like about some of the runs when you go to hit, like, because there's certain bosses that you'll hit and you can kind of decide when you're doing a normal run, you can decide like which boss you want to go to next. And depending on how many bosses you've beaten before that iteration, they'll attack differently or they'll have like different strategies. So there's almost like there's multiple versions of every single boss that are like slightly stronger depending on when you fight them.
That's really cool.
So I thought that was really neat. Yeah, I think it's a great game. I think anybody that is currently salty in the Mighty Number 9 stuff, I would absolutely give this game a shot. Especially, and again, we do have to iterate that this is an early access. And it's already to the point where I feel it's polished enough that I would play this regularly already. Well, I do. I've been playing it ever since I got the code and actually having time to like sit down and play it. Even if I only boot it up for like an hour, I find myself going back to it pretty regularly. So it's cool. It's very enjoyable. If you are a fan of Mega Man or the Mega Man series-esque types of games, and you enjoy some roguelike elements as well, you're gonna shit your pants because it's good. It's very, very good.
They have confirmed that when the game hits full release, it will go up to $15. get it cheaper now in early access. Clear. And actually, as a part of the Steam Summer Sale, it's on sale for $8.99.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So for $9,
I would absolutely currently at $9, you'd be stupid not to buy it. I think even after it goes full, quote unquote, full retail back up to 15, I think it's absolutely still worth the buy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna officially go buy it.
In their update on the 22nd, is that today? Yesterday. Their newest update, it changes the Soul Nuts currency to Soul.
Oh,
the nut.
There was a lot of puns on that as well. Oh well.
Man.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know when it's slated to hit full release, but considering it's been in early access since November 2014, hope it'll be soon.
Yeah, but like I said before, even though it's so I'm normally pretty adamant on not giving early access games a try, because I've gotten burnt on games in the past by paying in to get into an early access alpha or what have you.
Yeah, it's not like this is an alpha game.
No, it is very much so. You can play it in its current state where it is not technically fully released yet, and enjoy it where it's at now. So at any point after now, it's only going to get
better.
Yeah, it's only going to give you more of a reason to pick it up. So
and it's not like they haven't updated the game in a while. They update it.
They've been doing
every
updates
2 weeks.
Lot. Yeah.
They're
very
continually
consistent with that.
updating and adding new stuff and fixing and tweaking. So they're definitely heavily invested in this game. And for $9 on sale through July 4th, you should invest as well.
Oh yeah, that is an absolute no hesitation buy it.
All right, next game to chat about is called Dreamals Dream Quest, developed and published by Xiness Company Limited. Released June 21st this week on the PS4 for $9.99. We covered the first Dreamals game a couple of months back, I believe in November, December, something like that, when it first came out on the PS4. The second game is very much more of the same, which if you listen to our review back then is definitely a good thing. It feels kind of like when we talked about what the fuck was the one I can't talk right now. The one tower defense game on the Vita where it felt like the second game was like a continuation of the first. That it doesn't really ease you in.
That's actually kind of cool. So it's almost like you never stopped playing it.
Kind of. It feels that way to me. I mean, there's 3 new animals, but it's still the same basic concept where one walks left, one walks right, and one jumps. And if you combine them, if you combine the one that walks left with the one that jumps, you can walk left and jump. And if you meet up with the one that walks right, you could basically walk anywhere and do anything. It's very, very much a puzzle platformer, so you have to figure out what switches you need to be on, what buttons you need to press, when you need to press them, when you need to split the animals up, which is a new addition.
Oh,
where you
can essentially if you join them up and you can do the left and right movement, then you could split them apart again and only be able to do left and only be able to do right.
Yeah, but you need to plan out when you want to split them up, because when you split them, instead of the one that walks left being on the right so it could walk into them, the left and the right switch places, so you can't recombine.
Oh man,
I mean,
that's cool.
You can work it out. So if you're next to an edge, like if there's a block on the left side of you, the one that would normally move to the left would go in that spot, but it can't, so it gets pushed back to the middle, and it'll recombine with the bird that jumps. So it is possible to still keep 2 of them together, depending on how you lay out, or depending on where you try splitting them up, but it's definitely a cool addition, and they utilize it in a lot of the puzzles. And a lot of the puzzles will end up being a lot of trial and error, because you won't know that you need to do something until you already fuck it up.
Yeah, most of the games are like that. I've kind of noticed, at least in this type of genre.
Yeah.
I'll do something that would be like, oh, fuck. All right, don't do that next time. Like,
yeah, like there will be a switch that you have to hit, and after you hit the switch, you'll realize that you needed to split up and leave the bird behind to jump to hit something else. And because you can only move the one direction, you're fucked.
You got to learn the hard way.
Yep, a lot of trial and error, but it's really, really fun. There is a heavy time element where you are given 1 to 5 stars based on your clear time of the stage, and if you're like me, you're always going to want to keep going for that 5th star. And in some of them, you need to have like flawless speed runs to get that 5th star.
Awesome.
You have to hit the button to start the stage, and you should already be holding the direction you want your first guy to move when you hit that button. So start moving right away. It's really cool. There's a lot of additions. There's 80 new stages to the game, and it's only $10. So if you've listened to our first review and you enjoyed the first Dreamals, keep your eyes out for this one as well. Pick this one up. It's, again, only $10. And even better, they confirmed, no dates yet, but they confirmed that the game is coming to Wii U and Xbox One.
Aw, shit.
So
well, that's good.
So more people will get to check out the Dreamals games. Let me see. Final game. I'm actually going to talk about this a little bit today and a little bit next week because I want to put more time into it. It is called Heart and Slash, developed by aheartfulofgames, published by BadLand Indie. It is out now. June 24th was the release date for $19.99. This is another roguelike game that feels and plays very similar to like the Mega Man Legends games, where it's like a third person camera behind, jumping, shooting. It's like a 3D Mega Man style game with randomized levels, tons and tons and tons of different equipment that you could pick up and upgrade. And once you die, you're dead and you start over.
Cool.
The only thing that carries over in between your runs is your currency, but only if you have filled up, like all the upgrades in the game use toolboxes or like boxes of gear or whatever, and you earn those by like say you kill an enemy and it drops like 2 bolts, whatever. Once you get, I believe, 10 of them, it creates 1 toolbox, gearbox, or whatever they want to call it. And when you die, however many full boxes you have will carry over to the next run.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Which, if you do a bunch of runs and you don't spend anything and keep building them up,
dude, this game looks fucking nice.
The reason I don't want to give a full verdict on it yet is because I haven't gotten as far as I feel I need to go in the game.
Oh, dude, there's like a ton of customization options and like... Yep. Wow, this looks sweet. Like,
yeah,
this looks really cool.
Really, really cool stuff. My biggest gripe so far is with the camera movement. It lets you invert up, down, left, right, but there's no sensitivity option. So when you're moving, I feel that moving the camera left and right is way too fast.
Okay,
I wish that could be adjusted. I don't know if that's something that they'll deem worthy enough to implement into the game, but that's basically my only gripe so far.
I'm sure if you were to make a stink about it on the page, they would probably do it.
Well, I did email them and ask if that's something that they might look into. I haven't heard back yet, but hopefully, I know it's the week after E3, and I'm sure they're still trying to recover after a week of emails building up.
Wait, how much did you say it was?
$19.99.
It says it's $25 on Steam.
Is that like a deluxe edition?
No.
Because the Xbox version, the info I got is that the Xbox version is $19.
Really?
I could verify that. And now I'm waiting for things to load.
How do these things happen? Now, this looks really, really cool, though.
And I have a kitten jumping. Ah! Ow, 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 ow.
Pause.
Into my back.
Ow. Ow.
Heart and slash.
Yeah, because I'm gonna add it onto my my wish list as soon as I figure out how to add it onto my wish list.
Yeah, Heart and slash, $19.99 on Xbox.com.
What the fuck?
Oh, there you go. It's cheaper on Xbox.
Oh, well, phooey.
It makes me wonder if it might have additional content on Steam or something.
It's in early access on Steam. It's not even so that's the full release?
Yeah. It's not in a game preview or anything like that. It's possible that that it might eventually get DLC of content added into the Steam version. I really don't know the difference between two versions. Is interesting.
Well, regardless, this game looks cool as shit.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, part of my yawn.
It is a very fun game. I don't want to give it a verdict yet, just because, again, I want to get further into the game, but I did want to talk about it since it just came out. Technically tomorrow, but, we're clearly not recording this ahead of time.
Technically.
Because 200 didn't release yet or anything like that. Clearly not. Clearly.
Quote unquote.
Totally.
Quote unquote.
But yeah, next week I'll talk about it a bit more. Hopefully I'll have gotten further into the game instead of dying as quick as I have. The first big boss in the game just wrecked my shit.
Interesting.
If you're looking at the pictures on Steam, it's the fourth actual picture. Like a green tint to it. Like
I'm trying to...
spider bot looking thing. It wrecked me so hard.
Heart and slash spider looking thing. The green one.
Yeah,
it looks intense.
Oh, he beat the hell out of me. But yeah, I really like how there are so many different weapons that you can use, and how each of the weapons have different varieties with different elements to it. The different body customization items that you could pick up, and you could see in the Heart and Slash picture, like the upper right hand corner shows the
shows
bolts
like
that you could pick up, and then it creates a full box.
Yeah, I saw the boxes in the one. The second or third screenshot. There's like a shit ton of them. So,
and then those boxes will carry over.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Run to run, really really cool. I wish it was more like Rogue Legacy or Bard's Gold, where there were permanent upgrades you could get. Because you can... Some of those runs, since it's all randomly generated, some of those runs could kick your ass if you're not ready.
Yeah, but I like that. I think that's a cool thing. I'm a fan of that.
So if you save up a bunch of boxes... just make sure that you're ready to use them. Like, go a couple rooms in and see if you definitely want to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the games for this week.
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to put some time into 20XX, because it was it's cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm a fan.
We're going to have a handful of cool games to talk about next week. Into the Belly of the Beast. Oh, God damn it, Bean. Clawing my leg to climb up on my leg. Into the Belly of the Beast, I was hoping to talk about this week, but again, I just didn't have enough time to put into it. The Magic Circle Gold Edition is coming to the Xbox One next week, so that'll be fun to talk about. The Technomancer we'll be talking about next week, which I am very excited to finally talk about. And then Grand Kingdom from NIS America. We will be talking about that one, and it is always an honor and a pleasure to talk about games from NIS. Let's face it, they're pretty awesome.
Coolio.
So yeah, big week ahead next week. Big week this week. Our contest, which we already have 6 entries. Not 6 entries, but 6 emails filled with entries.
Emails filled with entries. Even though we explicitly stated that it's probably way better for you to just send a couple really good ones.
Well, I didn't check to see how many are in each email, because I don't want to really spoil the results for me ahead of time.
Yeah. I like the idea of just kind of like going through them once we have the majority of them together.
Yeah, in a month. Again,
yes, we've got time.
You people have a month to enter this insanely massive contest. And again, this is no lie that our prize package is worth over $1,000.
That's nothing to shake a stick at.
That's not an exaggeration. I did the math based on the value of all the codes and prizes we've gotten so far, and it is legitimately worth over $1,000.
It's a lot of shit.
Of game codes, Rock Band DLC.
Dude, $200 of Rock Band DLC. I'm so jealous.
Well, it looks like you'll have to enter.
I can't enter.
I know.
To enter.
This one you're not allowed to enter.
I know. Makes me sad. Someone needs to take advantage of this and enter and send a really good entry in so that they can win.
And if you don't own Rock Band, just let Chris know.
Hey, listen, if whoever wins doesn't have Rock Band and wants to donate the DLC to the SML cause, I will absolutely split that half and half with you, Joe.
Chances are it will be stuff I already own.
I will gladly take $200 worth of DLC.
Because I would imagine
for my own.
I would imagine if they're sending us DLC, it'll probably be $200 worth of DLC packs instead of just like codes for $200 of currency.
Hey, it's whatever.
Yeah, either way, it's cool. So
yeah, I like music. Music is cool.
So music will play after the interview. We'll have an interview.
Yeah, you still have an interview. I have to go to the store and I need to finish prepping myself for this weekend because fucking time.
Maybe I'll play some more from WASD, Austin Green.
WASD.
We got his CDs in, so his CDs will be in the physical prize package.
Oh, shit.
More goodies. So I'll play some more stuff from him. We'll play a song now, and then I will be back with David Sterling and Jason Sorensen of Loot Interactive, which should be fun. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
So what you guys up to? How things been?
Oh, they're going.
Yep.
About it. We just we recorded 200 on Tuesday.
Nice.
Now this will be the second half of 201 because Chris and I recorded our reviews earlier, and we lost David for good. Died.
Uh-oh.
Dead.
He
Rip.
died. Nice. Rip in peace.
Rip and Pete. I think my cats are just going to attack each other my entire show.
Actually, have you seen the Aussie Man video where it's cat versus praying mantis?
Oh.
That sounds
Yes.
interesting.
It is amazing. And first off, Aussie Man is just freaking hilarious, but it's a cat and a praying mantis going at it, and I won't spoil the ending because it is actually something kind of cool.
Nice.
I don't know what happened. It said that you dropped out of the call.
Yeah, I did. I don't know how that happened, but I did.
And now it's saying on my screen that you apparently need to update Skype before you can join the call, but you're in the call,
Yes.
so I don't know.
That's a glitch in the Matrix.
Red ring of death?
Yeah.
Nice.
I really should just put the camera on my cats, because I'll probably be more entertaining than looking at me.
Oh, for sure. And prettier.
Kitties. Oh.
Although, to be fair, are you streaming this too, Joe? Because
Yes.
Twitch might have a problem with you streaming just like flat out pussy for 2 hours.
Restless pussy.
Jason, either way.
Yo. Featuring
let me-
guest Loot Interactive and pussy.
All right.
All right, I'm going to
was
start
gonna say-
recording.
Welcome to the SML podcast where we have furries, pussy on display.
Oh, just lost Jason's video.
Nice.
I mean, you keep in mind, even though I live in the middle of LA, I'm like in the one spot of town that gets shite Wi-Fi and no cell phone service. So, if I attempt to stream video for any length of time, the hamster wheel will actually fall apart.
Homeless people have better internet than Jason.
This is true.
I thought more people would do the video thing.
So let's see if
I could.
Turn it on. Do it up, shiz.
There we
Can
go.
I wait?
Okay.
Accept all videos on this call. Accept. Okay. And how do I? But here, turn on video. Can't start video. Try closing other programs that might be using your webcam. Yeah. Okay. So nope. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, are you Skyping on your Xbox?
No, on my PC. But I'm also streaming. I just went live.
Well, yeah.
So OBS is using my camera. Sorry, yo.
Damn.
I'm just saying, this being the internet, as long as we have cats on the stream, we're good.
Exactly.
Yeah, but because I'm the one streaming, it's just a tiny little square of kittens.
Yeah, like how does this work? Like, what actually shows? I mean, Jesus, we produced the Twitch app for one of these consoles. You think we'd know what actually shows up on it?
Well, if you go to Twitch and stream, and see what's on.
Jason, I see you, and then Bubba, and then Shiz has his Xbox avatar.
And there's kittens playing at the bottom.
Of kittens playing at the bottom.
Oh, look at the kitties!
What I should have done is I should have done a PC stream so that they could see you guys.
This looks like four of the Cagantuas right there.
Yo, fucking speaking of PC, fucking shout out to Steam. I got Hotline Miami 1 and 2 for 75% off.
Oh, nice.
Fucking $5.50 for both of those combined.
Oh, summer sale.
All about the sales.
Yeah.
The big
It's just like,
deal
yo,
about-
games that I've wanted since like 1992. Awesome.
Deal about Mighty Number 9. Why is that getting so much crap? What happened?
Apparently it's just fucking terrible in every way. And
is it a
people
bad game?
that backed it are really, really happy that they helped fund it to get that. And apparently, I didn't see it, but apparently even the devs were doing a stream the day of release. And it was one of those things where like they were Japanese, so they had a translator or whatever. And the way that he translated it was that the developer said like, hey, it's not perfect, but at least it's something, right? Like, that's...
Oh, it's better than nothing. I read that.
So that's always something you want to hear on release day. Like, yeah, this is what you get. Fuck it.
Yeah, and I mean, Can be worse, I suppose. You could try using Google Translate, and all of a sudden the game localization, like the typical "all your base" meme, where you think you're saying we are moving our army into your territory, and instead what's actually coming out is you have ringworm and your laundry is late.
Nice.
Ringworm.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh,
Mighty Number 9, you can't play co-op until you complete the game. Wow, that's a good feature.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Nice.
Makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Chris and I were actually talking about it earlier in the show, where the game has credits that are nearly 4 hours long.
Oh,
4 hours?
Yes.
I heard that one of the main developers left the 75% in.
I wouldn't be shocked.
That's always cool too. It's just like you know what? I know we only have to do the last level, but yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I think this has to be the new barometer. When the 4 hour long credit sequence is longer than a modern AAA game.
They said that the credits are longer than the game itself.
Then the campaign on, what is it? What was the last one that just came out that had a 5 hour campaign?
Quantum
Order 1886?
Quantum Break? Something like that. No.
The order wasn't 5 whole hours. That was like 3.5.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
something like
beautiful game. Brilliant game, but I went to the bathroom, came back, and look, credits.
That's funny. Yeah, I remember.
I guess I should do introductions for the second half of the show.
Yeah.
Let's do the intros at the end.
Yeah. By the way, we were.
By the way, thank you for joining us. The past 2 hours were brought to you by...
That's awesome.
All right, fuck it. I won't say who you guys are until the end. People can just guess.
We should say who we are for 4 hours when we're done.
I was just saying, keep in mind, again, we're broadcasting cats. The internet will sit there and watch cats from now until the end of time.
Very true. But the people listening to the MP3 version of this show don't get the cats.
That's the price you pay, man.
Unless the YouTube video is just a picture of the cats.
That would work.
I'm so sure you'll do that.
I might now.
Or put a screenshot of some credits of Mighty Number 9.
Seriously,
Sorry, guys. I dared my girlfriend to watch more than 1/2 hour of Jupiter Ascending, and she couldn't do it.
Oh God.
So we were just talking about that. Sorry to interrupt.
I wonder if my wife watched that movie.
I stopped watching it 7 times before I got through it.
Oh wow, nice.
Because it was so bad.
I don't even remember the last movie I saw and when it was. I don't remember ever watching TV.
It gives Sucker Punch a run for its money.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Them's be fighting words.
I'm still trying to figure out. It's truly the worst movie ever made. But it's really
worst movie ever made. Plan 9 from Outer Space.
No, not even close. This is way worse.
Jesus, wow.
I just noticed the guys I'm playing against are called J Baller, Chunky Snorlax, and where's the other guy? Jewish. What's her name? The Jewish Jaguar.
Jewish Jaguar.
Sorry, I had to interrupt with that.
See, this sounds like more localization problems.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you live in Canada. You get fucking teammates or opposition like this.
So you're what, doing Rocket League right now?
Yeah, I was gonna do. Well, probably still will because I don't work tomorrow. It's a holiday here.
Our audio going through your stream right now?
Fucking yeah, it is.
What's up, Shiz's stream? You should leave his stream and come over to the SML podcast stream and join our chat, which no one's in.
I'll bet you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the plan is to do some Rocket League and then some Drawful 2, but Drawful 2 requires way too much actual interacting with my chat. So,
what holiday falls on a Friday?
It's I don't know, some Quebec
Canadian
thing.
Christmas?
No, it's whatchamacallit in Quebec. It's like I think it's the day that Quebec became Quebec. Some shit like that. I don't know. I could give a fuck what it is
Quebec
about.
Miss? Is that called Quebec Miss?
Quebec Miss.
All I know, Quebec Miss, amazing. All I know is that I get to stream for 10, 15 hours rather than like 3, and that's fine by me. 3 full days instead of 2, I'm all about it.
Nice. So that's the part that amazes me, is the ability to stream for that long. Like, streaming for that long after about, I don't know, 4 hours, I'm like, okay, I've run out of sincerity. Can Can we show some more cats? Like anyone who can stream for that long, I take my hat off to you because that's impressive.
It depends on what it is. Sometimes I crap out really fast, especially if I'm raging.
You should stream Electronic Superjoy.
See, I love that game. I just can't do it.
Oh, good luck with that.
See, that one I can't do for 10 hours straight because it's just like the game's amazing, but I just get my anus pounded and I'm just like, all right, I'm good. I'm good with this 1 hour of just shame.
That just came out on PS4 this week, didn't it?
It did.
That's correct.
Shut up to your fucking throat.
No, I mean,
my throat, my phlegmy throat.
Dude, if you're going to swallow, do the job right.
I try.
She said.
Yeah, no, I mean, Electronic Superjoy just came out, so now PlayStation gets to experience what Xbox has had for a little bit, where it's people moaning in pleasure while you shoot rainbow missiles at the Pope.
Nice.
Because game design.
That's awesome.
And then next up, Xbox gets to deal with the headaches that came from Velocibox.
Velocibox, that's one of those games where you will invent new curse words that then the translator has to come out and apologize because they're just going, we don't know what the hell you were saying.
That sounds like my kind of, all right. Mm-hmm.
You know, because, I mean, seriously, you think, oh, okay, I can play this. And then you start playing it, and I guarantee you, within the first 15 seconds, you will be using phrases like donkey raping ass master because that's how hard this game is.
That reference. Donkey raping shit eater. No, I think we spoke about it last time, and you said like level 6 is basically just kill yourself.
Level 4.
Level 4. Oh, not even.
Yeah,
level
I stopped
6.
it.
Nice.
Very good memory.
I think level 1 could technically be kill yourself.
Yeah.
Level 4 is just kill yourself more.
There's no. I've not come across any game that is more challenging than level 4 of Velocibox.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple the most challenging level on any game that I've ever played.
I mean, basically, once you get through level 4, like, we need to put in an Easter egg where you get emails from, like, sadism sites saying, clearly you're a masochist. How far would you like to take yourself?
Here's some whips that you might like. That's genius. That could be the DLC.
Don't fucking do that when I'm drinking something, man.
I'm loving the fact that I can see you on camera. This makes it so much easier to just fuck with you. That's awesome. That's awesome. For my chat, what you didn't see was that he was sipping his beer while I said that, and he almost died.
I actually almost died right now. Now, granted, that probably would have helped the ratings because I fucking look like Noriega, so it'd be rather fun to watch. But yeah,
you look nothing like me.
I'm just busy watching those cats.
I
see those cats, and I'm like, oh, kitties.
They're adorable. I'm surprised Predator hasn't come out yet. Been behind the curtain the whole time.
I like how we have moving cats and then a still pug. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see the saddest dog in the world?
Moving really slow.
Nice. With just cause 3 frame rate.
Like one of those living statues.
Nice. Did you ever see the pictures of the world's saddest dog?
No.
It's a pug with like a little sweater. And he literally, it's like, you look at it and it doesn't matter if you're like a big tough guy, you're going to go like, oh, poor little bugger. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. He looks fucking miserable.
Nice.
You just literally search world's saddest dog and that's it.
So the problem is like the picture of Bubba right there. Like I want to have a staring contest with Bubba and I know I'm going to lose.
Nice. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to lose. Unless you could hold still.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Kind of a funny little tidbit. We actually just redesigned the Loot website. And Bubba, we actually put his photo on the website. It was just a placeholder, but everyone's always like, no, you have to keep Bubba there. So now it's kind of like the official Loot mascot.
Nice. Jason, are you looking at the stream? You could see what the world's saddest dog looked like.
Let's take a look. Where is the comments section? Oh, God, I'm pressing buttons on Skype.
Jason, he's on Twitch.
It's just the video on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual stream.
Gotcha. All right. Well, maybe I should
Grumble, grumble.
Yeah, all the words.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
actually open up this thing that we're streaming.
Yeah. There's actually viewers watching, so...
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
3 people.
Okay.
Well, 2
Ah!
What? Yo, fucking Joe, did you see or did I tell you about fucking Stallion the other day?
Oh, that he friended you?
Yeah, he like followed me on Twitch. The guy with the highest gamer score in the world. Fucking baller. Fucking
Pretty
baller.
cool.
He's only got like a little bit over 1 million more than me.
Only.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
You'll catch up in no time.
Yeah, at this rate, and in 7 or 8 years probably.
One day.
What does that mean that he has 1 million gamer score? How is that possible?
He's basically
What does he have to do to get that?
destroy everything. He has he hit 1,055 completions, I think, the other day, and just the other day he hit 10 years straight as number one. So he's basically been number one since achievements started,
Which is crazy.
It's disgusting.
Predator.
How long do you have to play to get that? How many hours?
All of the hours.
He streams full time. He streams full time, and he still can't even keep up with all the games that are coming out. So,
well, yeah, of course.
But lately, it's just like disgusting. There's like 6 games a fucking day. I look at the upcoming releases. I'm like, fuck. I kind of want to send a lot of emails for press copies, but I don't know what to do.
Do you guys watch a lot of streamers? I know, Shiz, you are a streamer, but do you watch a lot?
I don't watch as much as I'd like to, just because I don't have time. Because
Our age is here for the kiddies.
Nice. I bus, so it takes me an hour and a half to get to work 8 hours, an hour and a half to get home. So I only am left with a few hours to stream on weekdays, and then the weekends I'm like, all right, now that I actually have time, let me stream pretty much from when I open my eyes to when I close them. So yeah. I basically, like, every time I go offline, I'll host somebody that I follow or a streamer buddy or whatever, so that they get my viewers and my viewers get something to watch, and then I'll hang around for a little bit, and then I have to call it a night. So I try to watch as much as I can, but it's kind of impossible.
It's one of the challenges we have is, like, hey, you guys create video games. I bet you play a ton of video games. Now we're kind of busy creating video games. Fuck.
Yeah,
exactly. Actually have time.
Exactly. I thought I was home for a month and a half, and I was like, cool, I could actually like watch some shit while I whatever, and I ended up still streaming like 10, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I was like, all right, well, so much for the whole, like, streaming 8 hours and then watching somebody for a few hours.
Yeah, just the time disappears into a black hole.
Pretty much.
No, it's kind of like, when you start either doing one of two things, either A, surfing Wikipedia, which that's a dangerous black hole.
Oh, God.
Or B, you do a Google search for something innocuous, which inevitably Rule 34 kicks in, and then you spend the next 6 or 7 hours looking at hentai tentacles. Either way.
Nice. Or you just
time wasted.
You search for like fucking bamboo stick, and you end up learning about like rockets and shit by the end of the day, because one link brought you here. And this guy's name is the Fierce Mullet, and he was just bullying me hard. Dude,
the
stop
Fierce
bullying
Mullet?
2016. Yeah.
The only dude who has a fierce mullet is Snake Plissken.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay, good point.
His was pretty good back in the day.
Yep.
Your mom, lol. Got him. Fucking got him.
My wife's mom legit has a mullet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fee-mullets.
Does she get a lot of dick?
Well, she's married, so I would assume that she does get dick.
Well, she's married, so no, she doesn't.
No, I think they go at it still fairly regularly.
Nice. Dude, shout out to them.
I like the fact that Predator, the black kitten, if you're paying attention to the postage stamp video at the bottom,
chill.
She's just slowly dozing off, and I'm waiting for her to fall over. Watching. Doing the wobble. Sitting up and waiting for the fall. Pusher. So, yeah, I don't really stream myself. I basically just do these. My streaming.
Nice.
You watch any?
I watch Shiz, and then I've been watching another guy called Mental Boy lately. He's pretty cool to watch. Every now and then I'll pop into the Xbox streams when they're going.
I don't even think I've ever watched any of the fucking Microsoft ones, like the Xbox ones. They're always streaming when I'm not home or some shit.
I'll just
I don't know.
occasionally drop into a few.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
For the most part, I don't really watch many streams. Just the dickhead that's on this show.
Nice. Wow. What?
Sorry about that. I had to go die from dysentery.
Yay!
We didn't even have
Question in
Indian
the
food
chat.
for lunch
I'm
today.
married. Do I get a lot of dick? I get all the dick.
Nice. Well, that's
getting-
why you
getting
had the
some
throat
right
thing
now.
before. That's love,
That's
man.
an interesting line to come back in on. It's like, hey guys, how's everything going? I get all the dick.
All of it, man. Just
Jealous?
so jelly.
Look, just because I'm from San Francisco,
Nice. Just doesn't mean. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, the fierce mullet scored from across the fucking field. Get good, nerd. I guess his mullet is pretty fierce after all.
Trying to get the sleeping kittens in the shot.
I mean, look at it this way. It's the only scoring he's probably going to be doing. So, hey,
Wow. Fucking
Go for
shots
it.
fired.
Oh, close up on the kitties. Oh,
Sleepy kittens.
Hopefully he has the stream open and he's crying now. And I just got wrecked.
look at the kittens. So
Sleepy
all higher
kittens.
brain functions just disappear when I see kitties. It's like nope, that's it.
Yeah, I know.
This is
Same.
what happens when you don't watch us live on Twitch. You listen to this episode, you hear us talking about sleepy kitties, and you're confused because you're not watching the action.
What did you guys think about E3?
Oh man, I think Microsoft did really well with everything. I think it might have been too soon to announce the Scorpio, even though everyone kind of knew it was coming. Sony, I thought they did really well. There were a couple things that I'm just on. Like there was way too much VR for me because I don't really care about VR. I don't understand why they included Lego Star Wars, considering it comes out like now. Like, hey, it comes out in 2 weeks, and there's a demo up now, and then the next day the demo was on Xbox. So it's not like it was even a super exclusive demo or anything. What was the zombie biker one? What's the name of that one?
Oh, something alone. No, Days Gone. Days
Gone. I think they should have skipped the trailer at the beginning and just aired only the gameplay demo, because the trailer did nothing for me. And then it seemed like just doubling down on it much later in the show. Although I heard rumors, I don't know if there's still any kind of verification, that Red Dead 2 was supposed to close out the show for Sony. But there was
like the leak of the map or some shit that has everybody talking.
Well, I heard about that rumor as well. And evidently, like the kind of like, evidently there was something. At least the rumor goes there was something in that game that they didn't want to show because of what happened. Which, if that's the case, that's
Yeah, I heard
Probably.
that
The internet sucks.
yeah,
was just
Jason,
gonna say, like,
Jason's
is this
starting to
me
break
or-
up a bit.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to
Uh-oh.
kill your video.
yeah. There we go. Now everyone must look at the kittens.
Holy
Oh my
fuck.
What
God.
the fuck was that?
Sound like a Decepticon.
Yeah, it did. The
all right.
the guy from the in the second one that comes back on that asteroid. What was that? What was
Silver
that
Surfer?
one? No. The Transformer movie. The Fallen, right? Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen.
Something like that. Something like that.
Nice.
Oh, that was awesome.
Do I still sound like I'm gargling Drano?
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, like I
can
said, the
understand,
hamster
man.
wheel was just like, we can't do this.
That's too funny.
Come on, dial
I
up
still
internet here.
I still haven't watched like fuck all from E3 because I haven't had time. I've basically just like read headlines. I'm like, oh, okay, that's okay. A sequel, a remake, a sequel, and then this game is on VR.
Here's what I don't understand. Why are they showing cutscenes? What's the point? What's
Because
the
it looks
point?
prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell me anything about the game.
Yeah, but the graphics are awesome, bro.
Yeah, but that's a movie. It's a movie. Just a movie. I want to
Yeah,
know about the game.
but- But they're just like, yo, dude, the graphics look so good. It's gonna be awesome, bro. And that's
it never looks that good.
No, but I know, but that's why they do it. And then you buy the game, and you're like, nah, yeah.
Yeah, Ubisoft, you got me again.
Well, speaking of that, apparently I didn't watch Watch Dogs 2. Apparently that what everybody's like, yo, this game looks legit. I still have not even played the first, and I have it. So now it gives me a good excuse to play it. But
the first one was enjoyable, but for how hyped up it was...
No, for sure. But I got it for like $10, so I'm like, whatever. It's another game that, even if it's decent, I'm all right with it. Plus, apparently the completion is not that bad. So...
I'll tell you the one that, like, the visuals were amazing and completely different from the game is, like, you guys remember the mini-movie trailers for Star Wars The Old Republic?
And yes.
God, I mean, those will give your eyeballs boners. And then you go to play the game, and it's a good game. There's no question about that. But after you've watched those cinematics, you're like, what?
The craziest that I saw was, I think, well, isn't it like Halo Wars that has ridiculous cutscenes? And then it's like, it's just the weirdest thing because for the type of game, like, you don't need all that awesome shit. Like, I watched somebody edited all the cutscenes together because I never played Halo Wars, but I just watched the cutscenes and I couldn't stop because it was fucking awesome. But then I'm like, wait, so you go from that to just like watching your fucking tower upgrade for 90 seconds? Like, how? How?
Making Watch Dogs 2 is like making After Earth 2. It's like, why? Why is anybody doing that? Who's doing that? Who is doing that?
Apparently it's
Company's called Ubisoft. I think they're doing it.
But apparently everybody's saying it looks fucking awesome.
Oh, brother.
Hopefully it turns out well. I mean, they already pissed off a lot of people with the first game, so hopefully the second one's a lot better.
Yeah. And I saw
Ubisoft needs to do something that, I mean, is not just more Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Because
it's like, all right, needs to do something correct.
Far Cry is fucking dope.
Because, I mean, like, they're running out of historical settings. Like, now it's just getting stupid, where it's like, all right, Assassin's Creed, Jack the Ripper. It's like, no, stop that, no. Yeah.
I'm waiting for Assassin's Creed Future Warfare.
Advanced Warfare.
That'd be fucking funny.
Advanced Warfare.
Assassin's Creed in space.
Isn't this like a historical game? You're going to the history of the future. This is fucking stupid.
Corporal, put in a copy of Spaceballs the movie.
Or they could do one in the 70s so that the eagle eye vision, whatever it's called, makes sense.
LSD.
Exactly.
Man, I could see for miles.
And
dude, you're in a porta potty. Whatever, bro. It's just fucking see.
I could see your words, man.
I'm Serwin here in the chat is saying, leave Ubisoft alone. I still have like 4 more Assassin's Creed games to play. Look, just play one of them, and you've played all of them because they're exactly the same.
I've heard Syndicate was really good. I do want to try getting into Syndicate.
I actually heard the Jack the Ripper DLC is fucking awesome.
I believe that. The one that I like, which nobody seems to have played, was Assassin's Creed Rogue. Like, I actually really like that one because it's different. You're the assassin and you turn into a Templar and you F everyone up. And it's like, yes.
Well, that was the one that came out opposite of Unity, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so everyone's busy playing Unity where people's faces are melting off and eyeballs are sticking out.
I think the problem was that they released it for last gen only and no one really cared.
I think the problem was that the game was broken. How about that?
Well, Rogue was actually, from what I hear, really good.
Rogue was
Rogue.
Unity was so broken that it just ruined both games.
Which game was more broken, Unity or Call of Duty World at War?
Ooh,
I never played World at War, so I don't know.
I played it on the Wii, and it worked fine when I played it.
Played it on the Wii.
Mm-hmm. And it was actually awesome. Playing a fucking shooter with the Wiimote is a lot more fun than you'd think. It's so much more like immersive.
The game that I played on the Wii, and it was amazing on the Wii, even though the graphics sucked the donkey. If you guys ever played Force Unleashed on the Wii, it was as close as we've gotten to an actual lightsaber simulator.
Yeah, That makes sense. That makes sense. I remember being so
good.
iffy about the motion controls, and then I played fucking Zelda, and I was like, yeah, this is the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition is the best version of the bar none.
That must be fucking terrifying.
It is so good.
I mean, there are certain things that are just made for like either a motion controller or a VR headset or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, survival horror is a no-brainer. Like that's basically just a given.
Fuck, the new Resident Evil 7 demo, if that was in VR, I would literally just shit everywhere. I watched
At E3, it was playable in VR.
Oh yeah, like
wow. Because I watched the demo, it's like 20-30 minutes, but there's a couple of parts where it made me jump, and I was like, yo, I would not want to do this with VR. It'd be crazy.
I thought the reports coming out of E3 was that the VR in the Resident Evil demo was incredibly nauseating.
Oh, I believe that.
So.
Yeah, because like one of the guys from our office, Danilo, actually played the Resident Evil demo in VR, and I mean, you know, we played the normal version. He played the VR version. We're like, so what'd you think? He's like, dude, I'm shitting stuff I didn't even eat. Like, this game is so amazing in VR. I'm like, okay.
I watched some Minecraft VR, and that looks awesome. Fucking Doom in VR will be the greatest thing ever. That, I must admit, makes me kind of want to get VR.
It's just the cost for VR.
No, that's the entire reason that I wouldn't, and also the fact that I have no room to move here.
I mean, if you want to do VR on a PC, you have to upgrade your PC to ridiculous specs, plus buy the VR headset, plus buy all the equipment that you need for it. If you want to do it on the PlayStation, you have to buy a PlayStation 4 if you don't already have one. Then you have to buy either the $400 headset or the $500 package that comes with the camera and the Move controller and blah, blah, blah. If you want to do it on Xbox, so far there's no solution, but the Scorpio might do it, but then you'll have to buy that new system, plus an Oculus and the equipment. It's just the cost to get into VR is ridiculous.
Basically, it's only worth it if you have a shit ton of money or if you're a content creator that's successful enough to make it worth it.
I believe it will get cheaper, and it will change gaming dramatically.
For sure. I mean, that's pretty much the only next step. Because you can't get much more
it's just going to get crazy, and the games are just going to be awesome.
Yeah. See, where it's going to be fun is, I think this is going to be more...
It's kind of ridiculous right now, but stay tuned.
It'll just become the norm.
Yep. What's going to push it is you're going to get like more M-rated and possibly even AO-rated experiences, like, GTA 5 lap dancing in VR. That's going to move you.
Jason is already working on peripheral that would support those AO games.
I'm not surprised.
Yes, he has a prototype. We have to tell
he's wearing it right now.
I'm sure he's wearing it right now.
Just pay no attention to any mechanical sounds that you hear in the background.
Usually he doesn't take it off.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Everything is good. I am in my happy place right now.
Exactly.
What did you guys think of E3? Because you were there.
Didn't really get to see that much of it because we were showing off our own stuff. And so, you're on booth duty and, lots of meetings and it was crazy fun, but you just don't get to actually walk the floor and see that much.
That makes sense.
But
what were you guys showing off there?
We actually had, granted, VR demo, but we were at the Nyko booth and showing off some cool stuff. And, it was really fun. We did get a chance to walk around a little bit. And what was interesting is because so many major names had pulled out of E3, like the acreage, especially in the South Hall. Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of open space.
A lot of space between booths.
A lot of open space for people to line up to play Zelda.
I was just going to say, I saw that.
That's saying something because Zelda was in the West Hall.
Yeah, I will say the Nintendo Pavilion was pretty amazing. I mean, it was all enclosed. You're like, why the hell is Nintendo enclosed? Like, this is ridiculous. And then you walk past it and you peek in. It's like, oh, fuck, they've painted Hyrule
Yeah, that was
read
just ridiculous.
a scathing review of Nintendo's effort at E3.
Really?
I read it yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, just scathing about how they're so not keeping up with what's really going on in gaming.
Oh, fuck that! I watched 10 seconds of Zelda and I was like, I need a Wii U now.
Yeah, exactly. The hardcore and the fans will always buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm already thinking of what the hell
will
I'm
everyone
do to
else
stream that game.
Now, Serlina actually just asked an interesting question in chat. She says, isn't it cheaper to do VR with your smartphone? Everyone has, their own mileage varies. Each device is going to be a little different. Personally, and this is totally a personal thing, I'm not strapping a phone to my face. That's just me. Now, that said, VR can be pretty amazing depending on what sort of handset you're using.
Like I said in chat, I'm not buying a fucking Android for VR. I hate Android. Like, I've had so many bad experiences with Android and them being basically obsolete within the first year that you get it, that I have zero interest in ever going back to an Android device.
Did any of you guys see
my favorite, actually?
Nice. Did any of you guys see the game Redout? The trailer that they put out at E3. It's basically the closest thing I've seen to F-Zero GX since 2003. And if it's not completely impossible like Quantum Rush Champions is, then I'm pretty much going to not be able to sleep or eat or anything ever again. Because I'll be too busy playing that.
How many games do you think you play a year? How many games?
Last year I got achievements in 250 games.
Holy fuck.
And how many did you buy?
Pardon me?
How many did you buy?
Like 200 of them, I guess. Because I only started getting my first press copy was
200
in August or September. Yeah, but most of those games are like indies.
I understand. It's still a big number.
That's amazing.
They can be mobile games. It's still a lot.
Oh, it's still a lot, but it's honestly mostly because of streaming. I never bought that many games until I started streaming. And basically...
Do you finish them? Do you finish this?
Not all of them. There's some games that I play until I have all the achievements. There's some where I play them 1 hour, and then I'm like, cool, I'll play with you when I have a chance, and the chance never comes.
What was the one you were screaming about on Twitter? Was it yesterday that you were pissed off at? What game was that?
Oh, fuck that. Oh, was it Trials of the Blood Dragon?
I think so, yeah. That's
Probably.
You were not happy. What happened? What's the deal with that?
It's basically, Trials is one of my favorite series. I have easily over 500 hours in the 3 games. And at one point, I was in the top 1% because I just played that shit religiously. And then Far Cry Blood Dragon is incredible and amazing in every way. And then they release a fucking twin stick platformer that sucks in every fucking way. So it's like, what? I rode a bike for maybe 5 fucking minutes. It has the Blood Dragon theme to it. Cool, awesome. But the jumping is shit, the shooting is shit, and that's all you have. So I was like, all right, cool, thanks.
So here's my question to you, Shiz. If you hated the game that much, why did you spend so much time getting all the achievements?
There's one I didn't get, and it's because I want the whole Trials series completed. And
Why?
Just because I want to see those 100%. But either way, one of the games I don't know if I'll be able to do it anyways. On the 360 that I went back to recently, it took me I think I put 24 hours in it in 2 days, and I got 1 out of my fucking 3 achievements. I was like, God damn.
I seriously don't get why you would play a game that you hate so much just to get achievements.
Just because I know that if I were
Ascending, so I do feel
Nuts.
I understand what he's talking about.
It's just one of those things where if I hate a fucking game, sometimes I'll uninstall it right away and I'm like, whatever, I'm done with you. And then there's somewhere I know if I uninstall it, it's going to bug me that I didn't at least do more in it. Or there's somewhere I hate it so much that I'm like, seeming as you're not a person and I can't punch you in the face, but the next thing I could do is just rip you apart and destroy you. So I'll get the achievements and then I'll be like, yes, that's the closest I can to kicking the shit out of you.
That's an amazing outlook.
I am just impressed by the sheer volume of games. I mean, Serona put a comment in there. I'm lucky if I play 10 games a year. And I'm like, that's closer to my wavelength, but that's still impressive. Like I think, in terms of games played per year, I think I play the number of games I play per year. I can probably count on two hands and have fingers left over for fapping. I mean, it's a ridiculously low number by contrast.
That's fucking funny. I was always like that though. I played my first, because I've had my Xbox 360 for like 5.5 years. And the first 2-3 years were basically like Halo Reach, Limbo, Peggle, and Minecraft, and that was about it. And then I just got obsessed with achievements, and then I got obsessed with streaming. And the problem with that is like, if I'm streaming Minecraft every day, not only is my gamer score not budging, but like those games, at least they'll last and shit. The problem with a lot of indies is when next week's patch comes out, last week's are like obsolete a lot of the time. Like not every game is like, let's say Electronic Superjoy, that's still awesome and people will still watch it because it's awesome or because you're raging or whatever. But there's a lot of games where I'm like, oh, I should stream this again. Nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Well, that's just is. I mean, I really do think streaming is having a tremendous impact on game design because, to your point, if you're trying to create visibility for your game and it's not, some AAA game where you can afford to spend $500 million in 5 years and, the cast of Exodus to create it, how do you generate a lot of interest in your game? And from a game design standpoint, it's, raging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, Jason, I think you have an admirer in the chat.
And then, see, it depends. There's some games where it's, I don't know, some I could, like, I know I'm going to rage, but fuck it, I'll play it anyways. Like, that's why I bought Hotline Miami. It's fun as shit. I know I'm going to lose my mind eventually, because I did when I played it at my friends. But at least it's, like, funny. Then there's some games where they're just, like, made to piss you off instantly. Like, I played fucking, Color Symphony 2 and Phoenix Fury in the same night, and I just wanted to, like, kill the world. Instantly. I was on level like 3 and I was like, yeah, this is fucking, like, at least Super Meat Boy, it gets impossible, but it starts off fucking doable. Nice. It's not just turn on the game and get fucked in the ass. Like, all right, cool, thanks, man, awesome.
Phoenix Fury gets hard quick. I'll say that.
It's like level 1, this is the jump button. Level 2, this is the dash button. Level 3, fuck you, idiot.
Close. It is really close to that. I think it's like 8 levels in, it gets difficult.
Yeah. Exactly. That's another one where I'm only like, I haven't made, like, I played it an hour and I literally had to stop because I was like, I'm going to throw my fucking controller. And usually I last a lot longer than that. But that one, and then Color Symphony, I think I lasted like, my time says like 39 or 49 minutes. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like I was losing it instantly. That to me is like fucking,
I like Color Symphony.
What's the worst game you've ever played, Shiz?
Oh, fuck. I played a lot of shit last year and this year.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I probably blocked it from my memory. I don't know. There's some
actual worst game ever.
Because, man, I don't know. There's been some that have been so shit and so.
I would have to say the game that made me the most angry was.
But most angry or just like the worst game?
Yeah, like, the worst game that made me angry. Well,
you
see, when I play a bad game, I get angry. So, because I'm playing a bad game. I would have to say it's probably Advanced Warfare.
Are you talking about just a technically bad game or a game that, like, I picked up and bought and I'm just like, why the fuck did I do this?
Yeah, exactly.
I think I honestly have to put Guitar Hero Live up near the top.
Yeah, interesting.
Why?
Now, why Guitar
Trials
Hero
of the Blood
Live?
Dragon is actually kind of high. Not gonna lie.
I love the Guitar Hero games. I love the Rock Band games. I've always been partial towards Rock Band because I'm a fan of harmonics. They've been great to our show, and it's just I've always been a fan of harmonics. But I still enjoyed playing the Guitar Hero games. When they announced that both games were coming back, and Rock Band's like, hey, we're coming back, and then like 2 weeks later, Guitar Hero's like, guess what, motherfuckers, so are we. And we are completely changing our game into something completely different with a whole new controller, and all the stuff you've bought in the past won't work. All the music you've bought in the past won't work. Like that alone started annoying me, but I still picked up the game because I wanted to be fair to it and give it a try. And I mentioned this when the game first came out. It's just the game and how different it is compared to the old style games into Rock Band 4. It makes you worse at both. Because
interesting.
Your muscle memory is so used to hitting 5 buttons that now that you only use 3 fingers and there's high and low, it makes it harder to get into it once you're used to a certain way so much. And when you go back to Rock Band, it makes it harder to play those games again because you've just been playing a completely different style in a different game.
Yeah.
I hate the live audience aspect of the game. It has some fantastic music selections in there, don't get me wrong. I hate the Guitar Hero TV, where basically everything is a live stream, and if you want to play an on-demand song, you either have to earn plays or you have to buy plays, which I would rather just pay $2 in Rock Band, buy a song, and own that song, instead of paying to play a song one time.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
It's just, Guitar Hero Live is one of the biggest regrets that I have in gaming, and now there's a fire sale on it every other week. The store's like, please buy our fucking Guitar Hero Live because it's terrible. We're selling it for $40. Please God, buy these. Oh my lord, we can't get rid of them.
Oh, if you want to, I mean, the fire sale that's just amazing to me is, Overwatch comes out and Battleborn cuts its price down to I think it's $38 now.
Yeah.
And that game came out, and it's like, oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen though, because as soon as I saw the release dates being so close, I was like, yo, Battleborn is so fucked.
Yeah.
I have to play more Battleborn.
It looks cool. Like, neither of them are my type of game. So I played 1 hour of the Overwatch beta, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm done. But like, I would watch somebody play this. I just don't want to play it myself. And I've actually
the campaign in Battleborn is fucking awesome, because basically every campaign stage is like a 40-minute raid.
Nice.
They are massive stages. And Jason, your secret admirer in chat, her and I actually played Battleborn together, and we got to get back to it because it was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Now, which were your favorite characters? Like, there was like Montana is kind of cool, and then there's fucking.
I don't know. There's too many characters. I don't remember any of them.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things that worries me is like, because they kept marketing it as a hero shooter. It's like, okay, then the characters need to be really memorable if that's the marketing hook.
Well, you can tell what's happening with the game just by what's happening with the price.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I don't know.
Because the Overwatch beta had what, 6 or 7 or like 6.7 million people play the beta or some shit. As soon as I saw that, I was like, wow, I'm so sorry, Battleborn.
Yeah. I wish people would actually give Battleborn a try and see that it is nothing like Overwatch. It is such a drastically different game, but they're just lumped into the same category. And they are so very, very different.
Yeah, that's the problem. The same type of category. Not everybody's like, I know, let's say, what is it, October 28th, Titanfall 2 comes out, and Skyrim Remastered. I never played Skyrim, always wanted to, so I was like, oh, they're remastering it? Cool, I'll get it. Coming out the same day as Titanfall? Fuck that. Titanfall is going to be everything. So I'm not getting Skyrim. So
I'm going Skyrim.
Play Titanfall. You really enjoy that game, huh?
I fucking love that game. I haven't played it in like 2 years, and then as soon as I turned it on, I was like, fuck, why did I ever stop this? It's just so good.
But did a lot of people play it?
You know what? I had no trouble finding games. So I don't know if it's because Titanfall 2 got announced and people are like, oh yeah, I remember that shit. Or if it's just still active. But I found games constantly and it was fun as hell.
I think with Titanfall, like, a lot of the audience dropped off, but there were still enough who were around that you could still always find a game no matter what. It wasn't that there were...
Did you buy Titanfall, Joe?
Oh yeah, I have the gigantic fucking $250 statue sitting on my shelf.
Nice.
Oh shit, Jason, did you buy it?
Did not buy Titanfall. Although you mentioned audience drop off, the game that had ridiculous audience drop off, and I'm sure they probably recovered some of it when Battlefront came out. and everyone's playing the shit out of that game, and then same thing happened to me. Okay, I've hit the level cap. This is basically a 10-hour game. There's no single player campaign. There's no DLC. The DLC took way too long to get to market. And it's like, well, screw it. I'm going to go watch some hentai.
Nice. And also, the DLC didn't have achievements on the first 1 or 2 DLCs, which for a lot of people, it's like a completionist. They'll be like, fuck, I lost my completion. I guess I got to get the DLC and go back to it. If you see that,
I don't know anyone like that.
I seriously don't.
That's funny.
You're talking to one.
I'm just saying, if you put out like a DLC that's $5-10 and it has achievements, you have a much higher chance of somebody actually going back to the game than like, I'm going to spend $5-10 to replay this game that I played the shit out of for. I'm just talking like completionists and shit won't go back, but obviously something like that will get the game
Jason,
buzzing a bit more.
The next game we put out, it's got to have 1,000 achievements.
Oh god!
Yeah, we're gonna have so many fucking achievements in our next game. There's gonna be
the next achievement is going to have a category just called shiz, and it's going to be
that would be awesome.
We're gonna have amazing achievements. There's gonna be like, did you eat an extra burrito and shit methane today? Achievement.
Nice.
There's gonna be amazing achievements.
What the hell's the one game Q that has I think 99 achievements in it?
Holy shit! All right.
I actually bought that one. I bought that one.
And even more fucked up is like all of them are like 3 or 6 or 8. Yep. They're all weird point achievements.
Mm-hmm. It looks fucking cool though. The Apple cap 1,000 achievements. Good luck never playing that game.
We're gonna give you it. We're gonna make 1,000 achievements for shiz.
1,000 achievements. They're each worth 1 point.
Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the one thing that kills me though is when a game has, because that is a good point. DLC should have achievements, but what kills me is when they slice off like like a part of the main game or the end of the game to make that DLC. Case in point, one of my favorite games, Dragon Age Inquisition. Basically, they chopped off the last 10 hours of that game and sold it as DLC.
I fucking can't stand that. Like I remember Destiny. Somebody like went. I don't know how they did it because I don't know any of that shit. But they looked at what was on the disc, and basically same type of thing. Like what was already on the game was stuff that they were going to release later. It's like, don't do that shit. Give me something extra.
Look at a game like Asura's Wrath, where the ending is literally the DLC.
Right.
Yeah. At least that game was fucking incredible. But yeah,
Joe, how many games do you buy a year?
Oh god, I don't even want to try counting.
Yeah, Joe's worse than me.
Because like I buy way too many games a year. I've cut down a lot mainly because of doing this show and all the review copies that my show gets. There's a lot of games that I don't have to buy anymore, but the games that I don't get, I usually still buy.
Yeah, me too. Like Drawful 2, I was waiting. I was like, okay, I put my request in and shit, and I was like, if I don't have it by the time I'm home from work, like I told everybody I'm going to play Drawful, so if I don't have a copy, I'm going to buy it.
Like, I'm sure you guys will lose your minds, but in between Xbox One, disc games, digital games, Xbox 360 backward compatible titles, I have 660 games on my console.
Holy fuck.
What?
Yeah, and
660.
I don't think I bought that many games in my entire life.
And I'm fortunate because a lot of them, I'd say at least maybe 100 of them have to be review copies because of doing this show.
Yeah. That I understand.
I do want to point out, Serwin was asking in the chat, how many hours do I have logged into Dragon Age Inquisition? If it's under 200, get the fuck out. I have logged, at present, 657 hours into Dragon Age Inquisition. What up?
Holy shit.
My most played Xbox One game is, I think, like 270-ish hours, The Binding of Isaac. And then I ended up just quitting when the DLC came out.
It's like, I can't do this anymore. I need to shave.
No, I don't like the new greed mode, which is pretty much what it revolves around now. So I was like, all right, cool, I fucking hate this and I'm not doing this for 200 hours. There's a very big difference between like grinding 10 hours of shit just to finish off the achievements and then, playing 200 hours to get my last like 55 points. I'm good.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I have to admit bugs me as a gamer, and we try to avoid it as a studio where, they put in really just stupid, ridiculous requirements for an achievement. Again, going back to actually an Assassin's Creed game that I really like, which is Assassin's Creed Black Flag, where it's, okay, you need to perform like 17 kills in 3 seconds, and you need to do it while performing kabuki, and it's like, the fuck? That's not an achievement. That's just you being stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
like when you have to beat Jump Jet Rex without dying on Rage Rex mode.
Well, okay, maybe we do have a small sadistic streak at our studio.
A small one. You guys released Velocibox.
Yeah.
You guys are just
Our
Satan.
games will hurt you.
Oh, I have 2,300 hours played on Smite. Your Dragon Age playtime may not... Snapple, how do you have so much gamer score if you've spent your life on Smite? And when are you going to play a good game?
Hours. Have I been alive as a human being for 23?
That's what I'm saying. The Xbox One tracker is fucked anyways. I don't believe you for a second, Snap. You're a liar. Dude, get out of my
Goddamn
chat.
liar.
Get out of my chat with your
Get
lies.
the fuck out. Don't even come to my chat. Fuck you.
Fucking erase your Twitch account,
Piece
you
of
liar.
shit.
Dude, I bet your pants are on fire right now.
I'm so angry.
So angry.
I mean,
No, I'm just kidding, Snapple. You all right?
I mean, granted, like, when we were kids, we probably put, like, I'm sure I probably put a couple of 1,000 hours into, like, Super Mario Brothers because I was a kid and I didn't have anything else to do.
Yup.
Because you only had 4 games on the NES at one time.
Yeah.
Like Ocarina of Time, I probably put disgusting hours because it's like, okay, well, I got my last gold skull. I guess I'll delete my file and do it again.
Okay, so, yeah, Jamie Reloaded just pointed out in the chat, ESJ Qbert and Jump Jet aren't exactly easy games. They are sadistic.
And Electronic
It's
Superjoy.
true.
And Velocibox, get
Shout out
off
to
of
Jamie.
me.
Yeah,
Jamie's the boy.
Velocibox basically is just a giant middle finger 50 stories tall in bright neon. I mean, there was one guy who played it at E3 when we were demoing it, and this guy, like, the military should have recruited him because he had the reflexes of, like, a ninja cat. He was just stomping Velocibox, and we're all staring at the QA guys are staring at it going, how is he doing this? I mean, are you on, like, Ritalin and Red Bull? Because there's no way you should have this level of reflexes.
War Slayer wants to know what he's doing in my chat. I told him he's avoiding shiz and his let it go kick.
That's funny. Yeah, I keep
Def
wanting to
Leppard
change.
song.
I want to like change my sound back, but it's just so funny and everybody likes it so much that I think I'm just going to keep it. I feel so bad. One of my regulars, War Slayer, watches me like every fucking day, and he made the mistake of saying he doesn't like the song "Let It Go." But then he told me it's because it gets stuck in his head. But I'm a really nice person, so as soon as you like show me any kind of weakness, you're fucked. Like, thanks for hopping on every night. Now let me make fun of you. So, yeah. Now anytime somebody hosts my channel, it plays 8 seconds of "Let It Go." And
Yeah,
people that don't.
Never
Yeah,
show weakness. I mean, that's...
People
I've
that don't
made
even
mistakes
stream just host
showing
me to hear
weakness.
the fucking prompt. It's awesome.
Like,
Fucking War Slayer. Change it back, you asshole.
Yeah, made the
That's
mistake
fantastic.
of showing weakness to my colleagues who I thought were my friends. I have been trolled mercilessly at work. Do not show weakness, especially on the internet. That's rule 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a story there, huh?
Oh, there's a few stories. That's the scary part. But look at that, kitties. Let's talk about the kitties.
The sleepy
I'm not going to do it,
kitties.
Jason. I'm not going to do it.
Sleepy
Can you
kitties.
name the, can you name
Thank
the
you. I
next one
genuinely
Elsa for
worry.
War Slayer?
I'm not going to do it.
Somebody just did the prompt. Let It Go is
God.
playing right now.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Beautiful.
I'm glad it's not playing over the stream because that might bring up a copyright flag. So
Nice.
I'm not going to risk that song getting played on here. So we mentioned Velocibox. I got to know, what is the word on that coming to Xbox? I know you've said that it's been considered. It might be in the works.
I already have it.
Fuck you.
Dude, I 1,000 pointed it yesterday. Come on.
Oh, yeah. that you will never 1,000 point that game.
Fuck it. Let it go again. God damn it. Why did I say anything?
The truth is, we're not working on it right now.
Damn
It
it.
doesn't even exist.
No.
I just realized that, my two things are Loot Interactive and Tiny Build. Like, if a game has that name, I'm just like, give me. Can I has it? And ironically, I can't do shit in any loot games. I'm just fucking useless.
Yeah,
Like, this game is awesome. I'm so bad.
We didn't set out to do it, but we've brought some of the most difficult games ever to the console platforms. It was not intentional, but it just happened that way.
My favorite part is that Electronic Superjoy and Jump Jet Rex. The way that I found out about them was watching Michael of Rooster Teeth do Rage Quits. So right away I knew that I was going to get destroyed.
Yeah, and now after bringing those games to the platforms, we look at other games and go, oh, that's not impressive. I mean, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. It's like, we can't just bring a boring game that's not going to challenge your ass to a console. It's just not worth it to us. And I think that somewhat has hurt us, but it also has defined us.
I know some people like Skate High who that's his his wet fucking dream. That guy is not human.
Well, I remember I've been trying to find a game to challenge that guy, and I haven't found one.
Especially
but he won't play Lost Box, so he won't play the Lost Box. So, at least that I'm not aware of. It's not his kind of game, he's into the platform. So, which is fine.
I know on True Achievements he's #1 in the world.
Oh yeah, that guy is awesome.
But I was actually looking at his gamer card on stream the other day to show people because I was like, you don't understand, this guy is just too good. And he has fucking, what is it, Gun World he just did fucking Phoenix Furia. He did, I don't know, if it's hard and impossible, he beat it. He did fucking Lovely Planet, just stop.
Hey, one of the guys entering our contest lately has been insane with completions as well too. Jake's 123, I think his name is. He did Gun World 2 in like a day. He did Phoenix Fury in like 2 days.
That's disgusting.
Last week on the show, he won a copy of Anima Gate of Memories, which is it's like a fucking action RPG. Those aren't quick to complete.
Yeah, that's 5 endings.
He got 1,000 on it in a day.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my god! Fucking let it go. Stop.
All right. Here's kind of my theory on this. See what you guys think. The currency of games now is cheap because there's so many games out there, and so as a result, from a game design standpoint, you have to do everything possible to keep the player from dying, because they're not going to go, oh, I need to improve my skills. They're going to say, this is a crap game, and they're going to blame the game and play something else.
Right.
Because, when we were kids, we grew up, we were playing fucking, Ninja Gaiden, which is just,
oh my
going to die. You're going to fail. This game is going to rape you hard in the face.
You in the
soul.
Yeah.
It's going to make you question yourself.
Yeah. Why do I play video games?
Yeah, I'm not good. I thought I was good. I'm not good. I don't understand this.
This is physical evidence that I suck shit.
Does anybody know how to finish this game? I remember all that kind of stuff, Ninja Gaiden, the guy the skeleton guy on the bridge.
Yep.
I rage quit at least
another rage quit I watched
all over and over and over again, and then finally I passed it, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I can't. Why go any further? I've just achieved the impossible.
Yeah,
and it's in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and now it's I know I'm sounding like I'm ragging on Assassin's Creed, and I actually really like some of those games, but I was playing Black Flag, and I'm boarding a ship, and I'm up in the crow's nest, and I get knocked down by a bullet or something, fall to the deck, which is 10 stories down, and it doesn't kill me. It drops me to 1 little hit point. And I'm like, wait a minute, I just fell from a crow's nest onto the deck of a boat.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, my spleen.
Shake it off.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah, just walk it off. Yeah. and I'm like, that's how far game design has gotten now to keep players from dying, because the moment you die and you break that momentum, it's this crappy game. Next, and you go on to the next game because
bad review.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. I like having a good mix of like baby games and then punishing games.
I have a question for you guys. Are reviews relevant anymore?
I think so.
Yeah, but it's just I have a lot of trouble trusting reviews. But like, let's say Joe, I know that we tend to have similar views. So if he's played a game that I haven't, I'll be like, if I ask him what his opinion is, I'll be more, I guess, receptive and stuff
but
like
that's
that.
your friends. I'm talking about like a review on Polygon or Kotaku.
I mean, I'm not very patient, or I seem to have patience when it's like my last achievement and I'll suffer for 5 hours. But if I'm starting a game off, like Phoenix Fury, I rage quit in 1 hour. You know, like my. So there's a lot of.
You finished a game you hated. How can you not say you have patience?
Yeah, I know, but so there's some like I'm reading. You know, the reviewer played this for 8 hours and shit, and I'm thinking to myself like, did they do that in one sitting? Because will I be able to do that? And I don't know. There's reviews. I'm kind of iffy.
Joe?
I think it comes down to the review and who's reviewing. I know that there's a lot of reviewers out there these days who just they go for a sensationalist review. Like if there's a game that is getting like widespread praise, someone out there will shit on the game just to get views.
To shit on the game. Yeah.
Or
people that are like, "Oh my god, I got a review copy. That's awesome. Yo, this is the best game I ever played." I mean, it crashed 18 times, but dude, it was fucking awesome when it started.
I think people need to pay more attention to the words of the reviews than the number at the end. I
like watching streams now for reviews because you can see if the person's enjoying it or not. If they're like, "Oh, fucking yeah, this game is great," then I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Streaming has changed that dramatically. Yeah. You can watch people play the game. It's the reason why I bought Rainbow Six Siege. It's the reason why I bought Overwatch.
Yeah, that makes sense. You see it. You see
it's fun. It's not broken.
You see it and you see how they're reacting to it, I find.
Yeah.
Like there's some people that I'll watch that.
For me, at least, the written review is out the window. Who cares? I just don't care anymore.
I wouldn't say out the window because like if I'm on a bus or like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, still very much like if I'm at a place where I don't want to play a video, and if I could just read it on my phone in 2 minutes, then I'd much prefer that.
Fair enough. But I'd rather watch somebody. Now I could watch somebody play it and decide for myself. And if I trust that streamer, then it means much more to me than a written review anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one thing that's really been impacted, and I think it's a positive change, is, like now you see all the big splashy cinematics at events like E3 and what have you, and people are like, I don't care about that. I want to see what the actual game looks like. And now you can do that with streaming.
Yeah.
It's, okay, you've got this amazing cinematic that cost $1 million per minute, and then you see the game, and the game is like fucking Minesweeper viewed through a kaleidoscope being shat out of a panda's ass. And it's like, okay, this is not what I paid for.
Yeah. That's actually how I got a good majority of my viewers, because I play so many indie games, and because they're not shoved down your throat with all the ads and whatever. A lot of the ways that you could find out if you want to buy the game is to actually see it, right? So, and then they'll stick around. But it's usually like, hey, how's this game? Some people will say like, how are the achievements, whatever, but like, hey, how's this game? Are you far? What do you think so far? And and then basically review on the spot.
Now, here's an interesting question that I have following up to that. Like, especially now with, VR and with consoles, having like, we can do 60,000 teraflops per second, and we will actually reach out and we will give you a hand job. Like, nice. How important are that level of AAA graphics now? Like, there's games that I'm turning on and playing that are old, because they're fun, they're enjoyable game designs. And you see people like, oh, I'm not going to play that game because that game, like the graphics are just, they're so terrible. Like it just hurts my eyes. Like it was so low res, and I just want to smack them hard with the back of my hand.
But I guess it depends too. If you're a hardcore gamer for 20 years, then your main thing is gameplay, and the rest is secondary.
Yeah.
But if you're like a 14-year-old dude who plays nothing but Call of Duty, then yeah, the graphics are awesome, bro, and I get that.
Yeah.
But
it's
I personally, obviously, I'd rather a game be pretty. But my most important thing is gameplay. But it also depends on graphic style. That's one thing that I like.
Look at Overwatch.
Yeah. It has like a certain...
It's not real graphics. It doesn't look real.
But it looks fantastic.
Yeah, but it's fantastic. It's well done.
Yeah. And then that's one thing I like about how there's so many like 8-bit games coming out. Like, yeah, there's probably too many, but I always like the look and the sound, and it's safe because it can't look dated because that's the whole point. But like Jump Jet Rex, let's say, nobody will look at that and be like, "Oh my god, it's so realistic," but it looks fucking good.
It's not realistic?
I mean, my dino did not look like that when I got him, but
I just want to say, I mean, photorealism, to your point, I think it's awesome. And, certain games, like you mentioned Skyrim Remastered, like, yeah, I'm going to buy Skyrim Remastered, sure. But I'm going to buy it because it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this is going to be icing on the cake.
Yeah,
but, I've seen some beautiful AAA games come out where it's, big hat, no cattle. Where I'm like, the game itself is not there. I'm just playing an interactive movie.
Yeah. Fair enough. I do notice that sometimes now if I'm playing a game that is really good and then it just clicks like how pretty it is, it's just, that's like the icing on the cake. Like I remember playing Dying Light and just at one point I'm like, fuck man, this looks so good. And it just makes it that much better, but I didn't play Dying Light because it looked good,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, and to your point, there may be a generational difference there. Like, I would still go back and play like fucking Atari 2600 games. And one of the best examples is like the very first E3 I ever went to. I went with my friend Jamie, and Jamie's 11 years younger than I am, and we were at E3. We're at the classic video game museum. And I'm looking at a lot of this stuff and going, what the fuck is this doing in a museum? I was just playing this. And he was looking at the original Star Fox and going, oh my God, these graphics are shit. Like, I can't believe people actually played this game. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? This is one of the greatest games of all fucking time.
Those graphics were still pretty shit, though.
They were actually pretty shit. They genuinely were. But, at the time, it's like, hey, it's a fun game. Let's play it. And, you have that dude with the horrible voice. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, Slippy. Go fuck yourself.
Slippy just needs to die. Slippy needs to be brutally killed just because he was that annoying.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah. Do a barrel roll. That right there, when I realized, okay, modern avionics, you cannot actually deflect bullets with a barrel roll. Fuck it.
I'm out. A new plane, man. Mine works fine.
Man, have you guys gone back and looked at the game Stunt Race FX on the Super Nintendo?
I remember that game. Holy shit, that's a trip down repressed memory lane right there.
With its like 4 frames per second video.
Terrible.
Xylo Freak got it in the chat. Do an aileron roll. You win for avionics knowledge. That is awesome right there.
I never even knew how to pronounce that because the only time I've heard that word is watching Achievement Hunter, and they purposely go, "You did it early on," and I was like, "What the fuck is the real word?" It's funny, but what the hell? Are you Nice. Now I know. And knowledge is power.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's like, you see that even in the Top Gun film, fucking, what was it, Iceman or whatever, does an aileron roll, and it looks really cool, but then, you talk to anyone, it's like, yeah, that was kind of a pointless maneuver. Like, you wouldn't actually do that to avoid being shot at.
But he looked cool.
Exactly.
You can't lose, because if you live, you look like a boss, and if you die, it's like, well, at least you look fucking cool. It's like, that's the only thing that matters, is looking like a baller.
He died like a motherfucker.
Yo,
Yeah.
he died hard.
See, what I want personally, and see what you guys think of this. This is kind of like my personal thing. I want to see more non sequiturs put into video games, and the classic example of this, Mortal Kombat, the Dan Forden Toasty. Like, why? Like, if you describe that to someone, you get, okay, we're gonna have a fighting game. Great, people love fighting games. Okay, and then when somebody does an uppercut, the game designer is gonna pop up in the corner and shout "Toasty" and then disappear.
That's awesome.
It's like, why are you gonna put that in the game? Because it's fucking awesome. Do it. And the thing is, like, you don't see that in video game design nearly as much as you used to. Like, NBA Jam back in the day, you put in the cheat code and you play as Bill Clinton. Why not?
I actually just recently got that on my 360 and my Windows phone.
Nice.
It was on sale and I was like, what the fuck? This is on Xbox? That shit, oh my god. I played it like religiously as a kid. I don't remember how to play and I'm terrible. But once upon a time, it was awesome.
He's on fire!
Oh, man. You fucking basically jump to the moon and then just shatter a rim. It's awesome.
Yeah, see, that right there, I'm like, this is why I can never play real basketball. First off, I'm tiny. Secondly, playing actual basketball is not fun because you can't do a flaming fireball backboard glass shattering, jumping 40 feet into the air, boom shakalaka dunk.
Well, that's because you're white.
You can't do that?
That's true. I mean, being a tiny
fucking
little
scrub.
Yeah,
Joe, let's be honest. You can't do that either.
You basically just described how I get dressed every morning. I actually was decent at basketball as a kid, and because I'm tall, I was just able to dunk. And then I got old really fast, and now somebody's like, "Can you jump an inch up in the sky?" And I'm like, "What the fuck am I, Superman?" I don't know why I said sky.
Yeah, it's kind of like, trying to do a slam dunk now. It's like, no, not really.
Look at the net, and I'm already sore.
Yeah. It's like, how much ibuprofen do you have for this attempt? Because I'm going to need all of it.
I also just realized, I guess I would have to leave the house to see a basketball net, so that's a problem too.
Yeah, how can you possibly go play basketball when you playing 1,000 games a year or whatever?
Exactly, I'll stream it.
But this is what I mean. It's like, more video games need non sequiturs. I mean, like, Memories of Final in the chat just pointed out, freaking, Bill Clinton and Al Gore on the same team, unlock them. This needs to happen in more games.
Like Trials of the Blood Dragon.
Dragon Age Inquisition, and unlock the fucking Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Just like, this needs to happen.
Yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that. That there was a lot of more like cheat code places where you could just enter really random shit, and it was always a good time.
Yeah, because it kept you playing. Even after you've beaten the game, it's like, oh fuck, why not? This is something fun to look at. And it gets people talking about the game. Other people would come over and see the same stuff, because back then there was no streaming, because back then there was no internet. We actually talked to people face to face. That's frightening. That's what we did, and it's such a great aspect of game design that's been lost today.
Yeah, and the problem is that now it's been so long that nobody would fucking get it. Why am I not unlocking shit in this stupid fucking game?
Because you suck.
No, but it's fucking, shout out to RNG. Kill yourself. I hate anything that's up to luck. It's just fucking. Fun fact: I have 13 tattooed on my thumbs for some reason.
Wow.
Why?
Because I'm really lucky.
Cool.
Nice.
It's been 1 hour and 17 minutes, and I've not unlocked a single item in Rocket League. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
On the bright side, there's kittens sleeping that you could look at.
I was about to say, sleeping kittens, that right there, that's guaranteed audience, that's money, that's fire. I mean, it's the internet. You can't go wrong with cats and bikinis, basically.
What about no? I guess a cat in a bikini is a bit weird. What about a bikini with like cat faces on it, and then like just think of all the pussy jokes when it's like pussy inception.
Well, it's kind of like
when you need to go deeper.
It's like when Zsa Zsa Gabor was on the Johnny Carson show, and she was like, "Would you like to pet my pussy?" Because she had the pussy cat in her lap. "Would you like to pet my pussy?" And he's like, "Sure, but you have to move your cat out of the way first." It's like, oh, this is prime time middle America TV. Damn, son.
That's ballsy.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. But actually, if a girl were to wear a bikini that had like little kittes on it and that was the pattern, she's just instantly hotter. She just is.
I'm trying to find a picture.
I like how the Twitch comment section has devolved into determining what bits the consoles were.
Yeah, Jason watches a lot of Japanese television, if you can't tell already.
Well, nice. I'm just saying some of the stuff that's been introduced, like, most extreme elimination challenge, Takeshi's Castle. Tell me that is not the greatest show ever made.
Is that the one with like the shapes and shit?
Yeah, it's the one with all the different obstacle courses.
Like human Tetris, basically?
No, that was Hole in the Wall.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the greatest thing in the fucking world.
Yeah, I mean, there were some just amazing shows like Sasuke, which over here, they've done American Ninja Warrior. Like, that's just a really fun show to watch.
Did you ever see Silent Library?
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
That was awesome. Did you guys ever see that?
I'm not sure if I've seen that.
It was on MTV.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It was basically 6 guys sitting at a table, and they would have to do fucked up challenges, but not make more noise than some kind of noise gauge would determine, which had to be bullshit considering how loud some of them got.
Yeah.
And if they completed the challenge, they would win money that they would split at the end of the episode.
But it was like, because they're in a library, the whole point is don't get kicked out. But then it would be, a guy would put his hand on the table and the other guy would just like rock him in the knuckles. And the guy has to like not make a sound. And they came up with the most stupid challenges. But it was, every time just trying to gross them out or hurt them or something, and they had to stay quiet. It was so fucking funny. I realized how terrible that sounds. This guy got fucked up. It was awesome.
That reminds me of a show. It was a British show. Do you guys ever watch The Crystal Maze?
No. I feel like I know that name, but I don't know why.
It's such an amazing show. It was a game show, and it was basically like being inside a video game where they created all these different stages, and there was like brain teaser puzzles and strength challenges and shit. And it was like watching real people compete inside this video game world every week. This game was awesome. Amazing.
That sounds fucking cool.
Oh, it was badass. It ran in the UK for a long time. And I mean, you can find tons of videos.
Oh, we lost David again.
Yeah, because it's on YouTube, Crystal Maze, but I think it went off the air a few years ago. But meanwhile, all of our friends in the UK are voting on whether or not that entire country is about to go off the air.
Wow. Crystal Maze was amazing. Cully seems like he was into it. I figured Cully, of all people, would like that. If you could watch Crystal Maze sometimes, watch it. Okay.
Is David back?
Seems like Chad approves of your Crystal Maze.
Crystal meth. I'm a fan of Crystal meth.
Yo, Sainties.
I am back.
Nice.
We gotta cook.
Sounds like the arcade game that was on Nickelodeon back. Nick Arcade was the shit when I was a kid.
Nick Arcade was awesome. I mean, Nickelodeon, just 80s and 90s. I mean, remember when you could turn on You Can't Do That on television?
Oh, God.
Barth in the cafeteria. Well, I don't know, kids. Like
that was such an awesome show.
Such a good show. And kids today don't know that show, and it's like, oh, that hurts. It hurts me.
My favorite channel on TV for a long time was Nick Gas, which was just like games and sports. It was all the old Nickelodeon game shows. And I was excited because at like 6 a.m. every day, they aired maybe an hour of the 80s Nickelodeon game show Finders Keepers. Not sure if anyone remembers that show.
Not sure if I remember that one.
Basically, it was two teams, and they would have to find a hidden object in a drawing, and if they found it, they would get to go into a house, into one of the rooms in the house, and they had to find a hidden object in the room, which meant they wrecked the fuck out of those rooms.
Nice.
And at the very end, like, they had like 7 rooms back to back to back. They would have to find an object, get a clue, run to the next room, destroy the room, find the hidden object. It was one of my favorite shows because of how insane it was.
That's crazy.
And they just got to destroy this. Like, I wonder what the cleanup on that show had to be.
I was just going to say the prop team was fucking, like, they must all just hung themselves.
Because it was a fucking game show, so it's not like you could open a drawer in the kitchen and there'd just be nothing in there. It was filled with like balls that would come pouring out.
I'll tell you the video game that actually got adapted really well into a game show. Wait for it. Are you ready?
Wheel of Fortune.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh man,
yeah,
I love that show.
Remember that show?
Hell
actually,
yeah!
I just saw a picture the other day, and I was like, "Wow, that's so fucking obscure." It was, what was it? Boba Fett like kicking in the door of a diner, and there's Waldo and Carmen Sandiego sitting together. It's like, that's fucking awesome, and nobody's gonna understand the Carmen Sandiego reference.
I mean, that show just, oh god, that was so good. This is Lynn Thigpen for Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Take it away, Rockapella.
Fucking Rockapella, yes.
I used to watch that shit all the time.
For those who don't know what Rockapella is, imagine Pentatonics, but 20 years ago.
That's a good way to put it.
Just an a cappella group.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, that show was so damn good. I'd say the other one that was kind of fun back, I mean, this is going back 80s, but you guys remember fucking Captain N, the Game Master?
Yeah.
That was fun. Mother Brain's gonna get you, Princess Lana.
Have you heard of the internet show Captain S?
Captain S?
No.
You should look that up. Some of my friends from PBC Productions, they put together their own, I guess, little homage to Captain N, but the lead character was a Sega guy, so it was Captain S.
Interesting.
You should look that one up.
Ooh, that does sound good.
It's a couple of years old, but it was just so cool to see a bunch of my friends put that out. They used to be part of the production company that put that out was called PBC Productions, but they were also a part of X Strike Studios, who put out a bunch of different independently made video game movies.
Okay. Nice.
They had River City Rumble, which was obviously after River City Ransom.
Right.
They had Nth Mile for Parappa the Rappa.
Nice.
They had how were they? Silent Horror and Resident Horror, which were their
That's funny.
Their series of horror movies.
Nice.
They put out a lot of really good movies. You should check them out. They disbanded as a company like 2 years ago, but you could still pick up some of their movies off the website.
It does sound pretty awesome. I'm gonna check that out.
Do it.
Yes.
x-strikestudios.com. And I'm not sure if PBC Productions still has a site. Oh, yeah, and mention Project Snake, which was their Metal Gear movie.
Nice.
Music done by A Rival, who big currently in the world of EDM music with his band Super Square.
Super Square.
I'll tell you the other one, funny. The other video game show. We're going there. Lou Albano, you know what I'm talking about.
Super Mario Super Show.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, when I was in fucking, like, I don't know how old I was. I mean, that's 80s, but that was amazing to watch. Now, of course, it's a different story. But back then, wow, that was good.
Every Friday, you got your Legend of Zelda cartoons.
Hell to the yeah.
Oh, man. I remember that shit.
Excuse me, princess.
That's the thing that annoyed me. Link was such a whiny little bee-hotchin in that series.
I don't know why, but as soon as you said I was like, beehive?
Beehive, yes. What about you, David? You're kind of quiet during this conversation.
Because he's never here.
I'm here. I just never
internet.
heard any of these shows you've been talking about. That's all.
David's like, you goddamn kids, get off my lawn.
Yeah, my lawn.
It's the opposite. I'm like, all right, this got too old for me. I'm just gonna shut up for a second.
No, it's freaking hilarious because we'll talk about stuff like, the Ernie Kovacs show or the Jack Parr show, and like everyone else at the studio is like, what? Like they stare at us like a dog that's just been shown a card trick.
Yeah. Or flashed a light in their eyes.
Yeah, but those were good shows, damn it. Yeah, but I have to admit, that's going back a ways now at this point. To me, that's the scary part, is like the stuff that we all grew up with now in our generation. Kids today are like, they wouldn't even say who's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, they'd say who's Lou Albano. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to smack you.
I cut a bitch. If we're going to talk about kid shows, though, I know it's not video game related, but I got to bring up Mr. Wizard.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Kids today have their Bill Nye the Science Guy. You motherfuckers don't know who Mr. Wizard is.
Could just fucking run circles around Bill Nye. Mr. Wizard was a pimp.
He really was. And he was such a dick to the kids.
Oh, totally. That's what made it so much fun.
He was such an asshole to those poor kids who just want to learn science facts. It was glorious. You look it up on YouTube, kids. Look it up.
Yeah, if you have not seen Mr. Wizard, you are just seriously missing out. You really are. Because, I mean, that was...
Kids these days don't watch that shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm amazed they're actually making another Ninja Turtles film today. It's like, wow, they're actually banking that kids today are going to be interested in an IP that was around when we were kids.
No,
hey, the new movies have been making money.
Yeah, but then the last one didn't make... I think it made half of what the first one made.
Yeah, Xylo Freak brings up Beekman's World. Can't forget about Beekman's World.
I think I remember that.
I think that one was that before or after Bill Nye?
Okay, I don't know.
It was around the same time.
That's asking me to use memory. That's just no.
Fun fact, the one girl, Alana, who was on that show, grew up to be in the movie Waiting as the foul-mouthed waitress who cursed at everything. And then she did some episodes of the HBO show Hung and got her shirt off. So
nice.
You want to see what she grew up to look like?
Dude, Waiting was so good.
Waiting was good. Of that movie.
Oh, that shot literally. Oh, that Rocket League miss literally like physically hurt me. It was like I got punched in the nuts. Oh, dude, I'm bad at games.
We know.
Yeah.
Nut punching hurts. That's one thing that every man, regardless of your background, that's universal sympathy right there.
Oh yeah, because you feel it. You feel it yourself.
Yep. It's just that's the one universal.
That's the magic of it.
So let's try bringing this kind of full circle. What is going on with Loot Interactive right now? What are you guys working on?
Real quick. I'm having a fucking chat in my chat about Bill Nye. Bill like Bill. That's awesome.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Yeah, what is going on with Loot Interactive? What are you guys working on? What are you guys doing?
It's we're working on a bunch of apps right now. A couple of them are on the PlayStation Network already, and we're working on some new things for them. The other thing that we're working on right now, we showed gave a sneak peek of it at E3, which is VR related, which is the Hollywood Hills mansion, and what's coming is something we're turning a new corner and going back to what we came from, and I really can't talk a lot about it because some of the things that we're working on have to do with things that haven't been announced in earnest yet. So, but maybe in a couple months we'll be able to talk more about it.
Is there anything coming along that Xbox fans could be excited about? Your laugh makes me sad.
All I can say is, in the words of Colonel Klink, I know nothing and I can prove it.
Actually, I'll tell you something really funny. that you mentioned that. Xbox sent an invite for PAX today, and I filled it out and put in what we're bringing to Xbox next, and we'll see if we can show it there or not. So we'll see.
Right? So no Velocibox, huh?
No Velocibox.
God damn it.
You want Velocibox? Get a PlayStation 4.
God damn it.
It's not even on Steam?
Breaking my balls, Sterling. You're breaking my balls.
Oh, you know, it's...
Or Steam.
Here's the thing. You know... when we bring Velocibox to Xbox, just even after this conversation, it will have so many achievements that even Shiz will go, how am I going to finish this? How am I going to finish this? Because now
it's a certain point where they're just like looking through them is a pain in the ass. Like Griffin Knight Epic had, what was it, 73? And I'm like, I was like, I guess I'll beat the game to clear some shit up so that I can see what kind of like goal I have.
So what we're going to do, Shiz, is we're going to combine all of the 100 achievements into one achievement and see if you can actually do it or not. Because that should drive you insane.
There's going to be 99 0-point achievements and then a 1,000-point achievement for earn all other achievements.
1,000 achievement, and you're going to have to do 1,000 things to get it.
Oh my
Earn all other achievements. You motherfuckers.
You know what? It's funny. I was actually thinking about that like last week. Like, I wonder if anybody's actually going to ever do that. And how fucking bad it'll be. Because for sure, if you're that much of an asshole, it's not going to be like, beat the game.
I'm much of an asshole.
We should just put one achievement in the game, and it's survive longer than 5 seconds. No one will get it.
Xylo freak, and then that last achievement is glitched.
Fucking...
Memories of Final says 1 point to start the game, 9.99 to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a pain in the ass one.
They did that with... What was that shooter that's like kind of like Ikaruga-ish? The one that's like makes your eyes bleed?
Oh, Tesla Punk. There's a lot of games that give you 1 to finish, but Memories of Final is saying 1 to start it, and then there's the only one other achievement that's $9.99, and that's to complete the game.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean,
Tesla Punk had like 44, like start the game, and 66 now finish it or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Velocibox just achievement that's painful is the one where you have to go through the entire game without dying once.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Fucking Electronic Superjoy beat the game with no deaths. Fucking Jump Jet Jex, no deaths. Fuck off.
You guys are evil.
Hey, did you get those? Have you gotten those, Shiz? Have you gotten those?
Man, obviously I did them on my alternate account too.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Dude, no, I didn't. I'm somewhat human. Yeah, but you know who did? Skate High.
Yeah, Skate High and Carnage, I think, got them too. But Skate High does too.
Fuck.
I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
I remember I found out about Skate because of you guys. I remember tweeting or saying like in DMs or some shit like, yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to go and try to beat Macca's scores, knowing damn well that I can't fuck with Macca. And then you're like, actually, the guy you need to look out for is Skate High. He's not human. I'm like, oh god, this should be good.
That's right.
I mean, it's funny because now we talk to each other and shit, and I just want to be as good as him, but it won't ever happen because I'm somewhat human.
Some people, man.
Fucking speaking of achievements in E3, fucking. Do you know Randall Thor 19?
Yeah.
Hey, he just hit 1 million gamer score at E3.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they had him go on stage and the whole shebang. Fucking awesome. That's so cool.
What do you have to do to get 1 million gamer score?
Play a lot of games.
Yeah.
When is the last time he saw daylight?
when he walked into the building at E3.
Nice.
It's also the first time he saw daylight.
Yeah, he's something like the 8th person I think to do it, and only the 3rd in the States. Jesus. Something like that. Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean that is a level of commitment that's legitimately impressive. Because I'm like,
what's impressive is he had to hold back because once it started being that he was going to do it at E3, he had to basically like stop and slow down because he could have done it months ago. That's what's Like he just came to a screeching halt, and it was.
He's a streamer, right? He's a streamer.
Yeah, he streams every now and then. Not too much, but he does.
Every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm not a streamer, and I have 278.
What, followers?
No, my gamer score 278,000.
I was like, that's fucking crazy.
278,000?
Yeah.
Nice.
And again, I'm primarily an Xbox gamer, and I've had it for 10 years.
Yeah, I only started achievement hunting 3 years ago, and now I'm at 233, 464.
Yeah, Shiz has a problem.
Yeah.
Mine is 10 years of gaming.
Or mine is just being stubborn.
I'm at the other end of the spectrum. When you hear that beep or whatever it is to announce that you've got an achievement, I'm like, what the fuck is that noise?
That's funny. I used to have that as my fucking text tone, and it was the most annoying thing sometimes because I'd be like doing something really, really hard, and I'm like, oh, did I get fuck? What do you want, asshole?
You thought you got an achievement?
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Oh, it's just my sister.
Getting a
Fuck
text
this girl.
message. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Man, you guys really need Velocibox on Velocxbox.
Yeah.
Nice.
You could rename it to Velocxbox.
Yeah, I'll play it. I'll fucking destroy it, dude. I'll fucking destroy it, dude.
No, in
No,
that
it's called
game,
Xbox.
Xbox.
Nice.
Xbox needs more loot content. We need you. We need you back. Been too long.
I mean, we're in this weird place right now where there's a shit ton of stuff going on, and we just can't talk about it, which is kind of really annoying.
Why did we schedule this episode?
So it's kind of like, so what are you guys up to? Well, we're looking at your cats. Your cats are awesome. Let's talk about petting the kitties.
Okay. This is Bean. This is Predator.
So which game did you see at E3 that you were most excited about?
Certain platform or
Anything. Which one is the game you were most excited about?
honestly, probably Skyrim. That's got to be up there. Skyrim, Scalebound.
Of an old game you were the most excited about.
It's up there. Scalebound is up there. I am excited. Yes.
Scalebound. Huh. Why?
Just the pedigree behind the development. It's another RPG coming to Xbox, which is always good in my eyes. It looks really good. It looks like something I would enjoy playing. It's the same reason why another one high up the list is Horizon Zero Dawn. It just looks like something I could sink hours in.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Shiz?
There's still a bunch that I haven't even watched the stuff because I haven't had time. Like
Right, okay.
Scalebound, I keep hearing, like Joe said it numerous times, but I keep seeing that name pop up, and like I need to check out Recore and We Happy Few. There's a bunch I still need to look at more stuff. But so far, I would say probably my one that stuck out is Redout, just because, like I said, it's the closest thing I've seen to F-Zero, which is one of my favorite games ever. And I was like, holy shit, finally I can have something that's similar to that I can stream and shit. But
Didn't the Wii U get a very F-Zero-like game recently?
I don't have a Wii U. And the only reason I'm gonna like rent or see if I could like get one for cheap and then sell it again would be for Zelda next year. So
What about you,
that didn't
Jason?
help me.
In terms of
Seeing it at E3, what excited you the most about it? Because last year it was Star Wars, right? It was Battlefront.
Yeah, I mean, obviously to have an opportunity to play a new Battlefront, like that was really amazing for the first 10 hours, and that turned into a grind. Most exciting thing that I saw, God, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I will admit the X-Wing VR simulator for Battlefront got my attention.
That's
That was like, okay, I've got to try this. I've got to play this. Like that actually looked pretty cool. I kind of like the idea of, what was it, Detroit Become Human? Just a game that's a massive logic tree. That
one really didn't do anything for.
Yeah. I want to get my hands on Scorpio. I want to mess around with that hardware. Like that
Yeah.
looks interesting to me. Let's see, other stuff at E3 that was really exciting. See, the problem is my E3 experience, this last one, was sullied by the fact that the food court nachos were ass.
Oh, no. You can't call those nachos.
Those are just...
It was chips with slime on it, yellow slime.
Yeah, because here's the thing, is like, the food court nachos at E3 are always good. Always good. It's one of the real bright spots, especially when you're on booth duty and you can't feel your feet anymore and there's just not enough Aleve left to keep your body bipedally locomotive. You sit down with a fucking Coke and some nachos and you understand the meaning of life. And this year they changed the nacho cheese to some intestinal puke. And I sit down, I bite into one, I'm going, I hate the universe.
That sucks. That fucking sucks.
And
shit like that always like grinds my gears so bad. Like I looked forward to this. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like one of the things I look forward, because E3, when you do E3, okay, let's get in the zone, let's do this, all right. And psychologically, you hold on to those little things, those moments, and like that first bite of that nacho cheese, and just you bite into it this year, and I knew it was suspicious. It looked different, and I'm like, okay, well, it shouldn't be all that bad. And then I bite into it, and David and I were sitting there, and the look on my face, and David's like, fuck, he's about to snap. Like,
shit just got real.
Yeah, that was the moment where I'm like, I officially hate everything. I am Grumpy Cat. Let's fuck all of this, and started inventing new curse words.
You just imagine you got a booth like, so tell us about your game. It's better than these fucking nachos. That's what it is.
Yeah, it was like, we're gonna make a game. It's called VR Nachos, where the nachos do not suck anus. I mean, it really was annoying, but no, I mean, there was obviously a lot of cool stuff at E3. They probably, I don't know if you can really. I mean, one moment where I got to do like Batman demo, that was pretty fun. Seeing that amazing Lamborghini on display in the Xbox Pavilion, Forza. I'm just like, I want to drive that car. Fuck it.
Nice. I'm literally looking at like news to be like, did I forget a game?
I do appreciate how anytime you guys are on, you'll always find a way to talk about food.
Food is just a requirement. It's important. It's
tomorrow is
technically you're not wrong.
Battle Royale Fridays are normally a battle royal between Jason and I, because I want to go to Shakey's, and that means that Jason has to tolerate having diarrhea Friday night, and I don't care. I want Shakey's.
Fucking funny. That is fucking funny. I don't even know what that is.
Shakey's Pizza is okay. You played Oregon Trail?
Yes,
I did not actually. I wanted to.
Okay, famous gaming meme. You have died of dysentery.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what.
Which is when you like shit yourself inside out, pretty much, right?
Yeah. And
Jason plays a game when he goes to Shakey's. It's called Oregon Trail.
And it's because here's the problem is I have a date tomorrow night, and I'm like, I don't want to have dysentery on my date. That's going to end badly. It's like, I'm going to be sitting there, and it's going to be, so, hi, let's make pleasant conversation. You're an attractive woman. And my stomach is going to be rumbling. It's going to be like, what was that sound? Nothing. And then
What's
the methane starts to escape, and there's nothing you can do. And it's like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, brother. Where are the Pampers?
Yep. And that's the scary moment, is when you realize as a grown man you may have to wear a diaper to go on a date. Because
that's sexy.
Yeah, because even Tibetan yogis have only so much muscle control, and there's that scary moment when you're in a seated position and you have to go to a standing position to make it to a toilet, where you must then go to a seated position again. You're like, I'm not sure if I can engage those core muscles to do that without something horrible happening.
I'm just like picturing it's the first date, but you actually like managed to bring her back home, and then it's like, oh, you're wearing sexy lingerie. Well, I'm wearing Depends.
Hey, girl, you want to see my panties?
Look at this diaper bulge, baby.
Jason, during the day, just draws kitties on him, so she just thinks he's wearing underwear.
Nice.
Dude, how is it also every time you guys are on, it turns into literal shit talk?
Because that's all we do all day long.
Eating and shit.
Eating
Just
shit.
talk about
And then-
shit.
Speaking of shit, they're talking about Final Fantasy 13 in the chat.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of shit here.
Pure shit. And then they're saying that Final Fantasy 12 is bad. Like,
Wait,
are you...
How many times, Jason, did we watch that trailer for that Final Fantasy game? And we're
Oh
like, what the
God.
fuck is this
Which one?
bullshit? It was at the Xbox Pavilion. I don't know. It was, they were in a car. It looked like they were
Final
driving
Fantasy
down
15?
PCH. Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
that piece. What a turd.
I can't even remember the last time I played Final Fantasy because I
That
never
game
owned PlayStation.
looks so far away from Final Fantasy. I don't know what they've done to that franchise.
I'm just thrilled that they announced Final Fantasy 12 is going to be getting a re-release. It sucks that it's only on PS4, but as long as I have a chance to replay that game in high definition, I don't give a shit. People wonder why I still have a PS4, and it's games like Final Fantasy 12 getting re-released that I keep that thing.
Somebody please tell me what driving down PCH in a car with a bunch of characters in it has to do with Final Fantasy. What happened?
I don't know.
What
That's
is
why
that bullshit?
I say Final Fantasy 12 is the last true Final Fantasy. It is an actual fantasy game.
This looked like that Barbie cartoon from the 80s. That's what it looked like. I was like, what am I looking at?
Xylo
Yeah.
Freak name dropping Lost Odyssey? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because
Lost
that's the
Odyssey's
problem.
more
Is
of a
like,
Final Fantasy than Final Fantasy 13 ever will be.
I just gave
Yeah,
my
it's like-
camera a look as soon as they said Barbie because they know.
yeah, I mean, you watch fucking the trailer for this new Final Fantasy, and it's like, why am I watching what looks like some sort of Korean soap opera? Like, this is not a Final Fantasy game. This is a bunch of emo dudes with feathered hair and a fucking Audi.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I haven't watched anything because I haven't played Final Fantasy since like PlayStation 1, and I never owned it. And like I was playing at my neighbor's. So because I missed so many games, I'm like, yeah, I'm not jumping in at 15. Like I'm just never going to play Final Fantasy games, and I can live with that. So I haven't watched any footage for fucking ever. Since
Once
like,
you get past the one with the chocobos where you got to raise the chocobos, I don't know. Where they
like
started
is
that.
Cloud in every
7?
game, or was that?
No, he was only in
That's
7.
where I stopped.
Okay, so that's
where
what I
I
played.
stopped. That's the last one I played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
People could talk shit about 12 if they want, and I realize that's a divisive game, so I understand. It's just ball busting. People could say they like 13, and I guess if it's your first one, I can kind of understand, but 13 is just an abortion. If anybody claims that they're the best Final Fantasy game ever is not 6 or 4, they are just wrong.
Agreed.
My favorite is 13.
Because here's the thing.
That doesn't surprise me.
You're just saying, right?
No, because here's the thing. Final Fantasy
The car
VI
is really
is
a chocobo in disguise. Okay, I'll believe it. Whatever you say.
This is the thing. Final Fantasy IV is amazing and has just a balls out perfect soundtrack. And
Which one
the
is 4?
protagonist is like Richard Gere from First Night. You can't go wrong with that.
Final Fantasy
Final
4
Fantasy
was Final Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Yep. And Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VI is when Square just literally unzipped its fly and this just massive galaxy gun penis fell out and went, this is how you fucking do it.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 6? I'm trying to. I don't know what.
6 was 3 on the Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo 3.
One with like Terra, Cecil, or not Cecil, Terra, Edgar, Locke,
Yeah,
Cyan.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that game was
great-
amazing. Like,
Yeah.
that's when Square had a dick and balls and chose to use them. And
In my eyes,
in
nothing
games, though?
will ever beat Final Fantasy VI, but I can understand why some people choose 4 over it. That's why I said if you don't pick 4 or 6, You're just wrong.
I'm seeing
There's
some nines.
nothing else
I'm seeing
to
some
it. You're
nines.
just wrong.
I'm seeing
Yeah,
Final
I mean-
Fantasy X and all the things. I'm seeing
Final
10
Fantasy
and 9.
X is hot garbage, so fuck that game too. The only good thing about Final Fantasy X is Blitzball.
Yep.
Nice. What about 9?
9 was good. That was like before 12. That was the last game that felt like Final Fantasy.
I don't know if I played 6.
You need
6. All right, here's the thing. Here's the
I don't
litmus
have time
test.
to play these
Do you
games
remember
anymore.
the opera scene?
No.
I don't remember yesterday. How am I supposed to remember a game I played 20 years ago?
Good answer. That's a very shiz answer. What?
to. Sion likes Final Fantasy X. What a surprise, because she likes 13 as well. So her opinion clearly does not matter.
I'm lucky if I remember how to get home from work. That's fine.
Yeah, especially after eating shakies, where it's like, fuck, I need to find the fastest route through traffic now. Yeah. Now, Memories of Final just asked, any thoughts on Final Fantasy Tactics? Tactics was
It's a
amazing.
great game. Amazing
That
game.
was amazing. Yeah, because now the thing is, if you like
Shit.
SRPGs like that, there are some others that are really fucking good.
Tell
but
everyone
Tactics,
what you're playing now, Jason. Tell everyone what you're playing now. And how long
man. Well, the one I'm playing right now is I am playing Valkyria Chronicles Remastered, which
Nice.
is I've platinumed that game. I have just that game is a black hole that has sucked the life out of me. And I finally made that game my servant. And funny story about, because I've been playing that game for like 8 years, and I'm on this one map and I'm trying to get the A rank and I can't get the A rank. I'm like, God damn this fucking game. And David's watching it. And now keep in mind, David has never played Valkyria Chronicles at all. He's never played the game.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, and I do just a very basic overview of it, and I'm like, see, I can't do it in less than 4 turns. I need 4 turns to get the A rank, and I've never been able to do it in less than 8. And David's like, and keep in mind, he has no idea about the game mechanics. And he's like, dude, just ignore the choke point to the south, flank them to the north, just use your scouts, run past the tank, and claim the camp. I'm like, no, that'll never work. They'll get chewed to shit. It's like, no, dude, seriously, just do it. Just do it. Just
At least try it. At least try.
yeah. So I try it. Now, keep in mind, I've never been able to beat this map in less than 8 turns, and you need 4 turns to get the A rank. Did it in 3 turns with 1 scout.
Oh my god.
Now, keep in mind, at this point, the level of eyeball twitch rage, because there's that moment of, oh my god, that actually worked, and just bliss and happiness. And then there's that moment of, I've been playing this thing for 8 years and I haven't figured that out, and I'm swearing up one side and down the other, and David's gut laughing on the line.
Yeah. I'm like, you've played this for how long? And you couldn't figure it out.
Oh man.
Absolute gut laughing, and it's just that eyeball twitching rage of, how do you not see something that's staring you right in the face? Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Oh.
It's like, I did not see this. Like, I didn't see this when fucking George W. Bush was president. Fuck my life.
Have you guys played that game? Have you guys played
Yeah.
Valkyria Chronicles?
Yeah, not nearly as much as Jason has, and I haven't played it since the PS3, so my memory of it is basically gone.
I mean, good strategy RPG. Other good strategy RPGs, like the Front Mission series, or the Vandal Hearts games, or if you ever played Shining Force back in the Sega Genesis days. Yeah, those were some good. But yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics was a damn good
Love
game.
that.
Tactics
Did they
Ogre,
ever
that was
fo-
another
did
good.
Did they ever follow up Final Fantasy Tactics with another game?
No, I don't think so.
They have Tactics Advance, like they have some portable versions, but
Shitty.
not like a true sequel.
Yeah.
Ugh. That was
Oh my
like
God.
sequel to Shining in the Darkness. It just wasn't the same.
Eternal Rage just mentioned Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Damn. Okay, we're going there.
I was going to mention that just because it's like one of the only ones I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I played Final Fantasy My Life as a King, which was kind of interesting. I played that on the Wii. Fire Emblem. Oh, shit. Sterling, I mentioned Fire Emblem. That, yeah, with the permadeath. That's a fun series.
I always wanted to play that. I never knew it was permadeath.
Yep.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think you can turn
the newer games have options to disable. Like, they have a more casual mode.
Okay. I always wanted to play it because of Roy and Marth in Smash Bros. Those are my boys.
Dragon Quest, Advance Wars, they're just naming games now at this point.
I remember playing the original Dragon Warrior back on the fucking NES. Like that.
Yeah. I wanted to play it. I remember wanting to play it.
Dragon Quest VIII is amazing. Dragon Quest VIII is amazing. I'm glad that's apparently finally coming to the 3DS in America. Dragon Quest IX was okay. And I'm sad we never got it because it was going to be for the Wii and wasn't on Wii U in Japan, but that's the online one, and it's a shame that 10 just never came here.
Yeah, I mean, there're just certain games where you're like, damn it, why did it never make it over here? Why did it just it's annoying.
Have you guys pre-ordered any games just from what you saw at E3 yet?
Horizon Zero Dawn, but I pre-ordered that one a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, I want to pre-order that one. But that game
doesn't come out till December.
Yeah, but you get a free copy of The Stick of Truth on Xbox One, which they only made for that, which is a fucking amazing game. Plus, it's another 1,000 gamer score.
Oh boy,
that game is fucking incredible.
What did I pre? I keep like a list of all the shit that's coming out that I have or just stuff coming out in general.
The only thing I technically have pre-ordered is Inside.
I'm going to admit it. I pre-ordered Infinite Warfare because it's an Infinity Ward game, and they have not made a bad game.
Yeah, if you say so.
Call of Duty 4 remastered. I have to have that. I have to.
I have Deus Ex pre-ordered. I have No Man's Sky pre-ordered. I have Recore pre-ordered. Final Fantasy 15, although I'm getting close to dropping that one. Dishonored 2, Persona 5, Horizon. I don't mind pre-ordering them because most of them are just done on Amazon, so if I change my mind, I could just cancel it.
Let's see, which one have I pre-ordered? What's the new one from Ubisoft? For Honor. I pre-ordered that one. That's that like medieval dueling game.
Yeah.
I don't usually pre-order shit because everything now gets delayed 17 times.
Yeah.
The only reason I would pre-order South Park is because of Stick of Truth. But at this point, I'm thinking it comes out in December. And I have enough games to play in the meantime and all that I might just wait till like a week or two before it comes out. That way I'll get Stick of Truth and I'll stream it while people are getting hyped for Fractured Butthole, and then I'll play that when that comes out. So I think that one I'm going to wait. I'm
waiting to hold off on doing anything with pre-ordering Skyrim until they announce whether or not there's going to be any kind of special edition. I know, I think Australia is getting some kind of special edition with a statue included, and I love Skyrim to the point where, yes, I will still try getting some kind of fucking Skyrim.
Nice. I was supposed to take a week vacation on October 6th, the week of October 16th, and it was literally just because that was like, okay, I'll take vacation here just to take it, So I requested that it be changed to the week. Titanfall and Skyrim come out on a Friday, so I requested that Friday off and then the next week. So if I get that week off, I might end up getting Skyrim so I could finally play it. Because at that point, if I'm streaming 10, 15 hours a day or some shit, then I could do like 5 hours Titanfall, 5 of Skyrim, and it makes sense. Yeah, I know. Otherwise, if I'm streaming like 3 hours a day, fuck that Titanfall all day. I want to play Skyrim so bad, but like, I know how Titanfall 1 got me. The fact that I could go back to it 2 years later and still have fun, usually I'm like, yeah, okay, I didn't miss this.
If Titanfall 2 had a statue as awesome as the first one, I probably would have jumped on a pre-order for that. But if just a fucking replica helmet, I don't give a shit.
I think I know what statue you're talking about. If I know which one you're talking about, it's fucking awesome.
The first Titanfall statue that's like almost 2 feet tall. Oh god, it is so fucking.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. Thanks, man. But I've never seen.
Where do you get that?
It was just the collector's edition for the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think is it kind of like it almost looks like a book. Like you open it and there's just like the statue on one side and then the game and shit on the other.
For Titanfall?
Yeah.
No, it's just a gigantic fucking statue.
No, because then I must have seen another version or something. Or no, wait, I'm thinking it was just flat out just a figurine. It was no game. Yeah, okay, never mind. Because I saw one that was a big motherfucker, but it was really just like...
Wow, that is a big statue. Holy cow.
Yeah, I want to see this real quick.
Yeah, Titanfall Collector Edition was not fucking around. Like, that was one of the first ones to be a ridiculous price, but in my opinion, I think that statue, for the size of it and how detailed and nice it is, was worth the asking
fucking
price.
Huge, man. I like it that it's the pilot on top of it.
My only issue is the two pilots or the two soldiers that you have standing at the bottom, something with the plastic on them, they just kind of like fell over. Like the plastic legs, they just kind of bent and bowed over. But
okay,
whatever. I just popped those out.
Nice.
But
you can still get this. You can still get it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, there's still some out there.
I like speaking of collector's editions, the one I'm thinking of recently was Doom. I watched your unboxing and that Revenant looked awesome.
Yeah, the Doom Collector Edition was pretty nice.
That game is so fucking good. Yo, did you see the fucking chainsaw carved Revenant?
No.
They got this guy, I forget, I want to say it was like Australia or some shit, but he's like the best wood carver in the country, something like that. And he put like 130 hours or something like that into carving a life-size Revenant. It is stupid how good that thing looks. Like it's... Oh man, if you remember, like check it out on YouTube. It's maybe 3-4 minutes, and you just see him doing the process and all that. And I've always thought that's a really cool process to begin with, and then watching him make a fucking Revenant with it was like, oh, so impressive.
Shit, talk about the Titanfall Collector's Edition. I should have just pulled up my unboxing video of it because I've done a handful of unboxings that you could find on our YouTube channel. Doom was one of them, and another recent one was Mirror's Edge, which the statue in there was a lot bigger than I expected. When the press material first came out, they were like a 14-inch tall statue, and the glass separating Faith and Young Faith looked to be like 2/3 of the size of everything else, or 2/3 higher than everything else. And when I got it, it's a lot bigger than I imagined.
Nice.
So that was, and it's heavy as fuck too.
I need to play that game, man. When I played that closed beta, it was fucking amazing. And I hated the first game.
Do want to point out there is a really fun hashtag that's trending right now on Twitter. Ruin a video game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I wonder if that's from At Midnight.
Probably. But let's see, there's some of these are pretty good. Dunce Revolution.
Nice.
Instead of asteroids, there's hemorrhoids.
I like Assassin's Creedence Clearwater Revival.
World of Horrorcraft. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's funny.
Sonic the Hedge Fund.
I like when people come up with clever shit like that, or like take the what was it, like a movie title and just add in bed or some shit.
Yeah.
And some people are so fucking clever and they come up with some hilarious shit.
Mellow Birds. I like that one.
Toe Jam and James Earl Ray.
Ew.
Oh my
Grand
god.
Theft Cracker. Nice.
Stephen Hawking's Pro Skater.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. People are fucking terrible. That's awesome.
Mass Erect. Nice.
Ray Rice Punch Out. Jesus Christ. My lord.
Your mom's Final Fantasy. Okay. So, oh my god.
LGBTQ Bert. Sky Rim Job.
Nice.
Tony Hawk's Pro Charter.
Interpretive Dance Revolution.
Ratchet and Stank.
Ooh. Oh, here we go. Flogger.
That's funny.
The Legend of Zika. Nice.
They're terrible. These are terrible. Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republican Party.
Hey, Joe, I'm watching the unboxing video for Doom.
Okay.
Are those all games on those bookshelves?
I don't know which shelves are in them.
Looking at, I think it's your front door. We're looking towards the left and the right.
By the front door, all Blu-rays.
Wow. That's a big collection, dude.
Yeah. I mean, my game collection is fucking massive as well. That one shelf is just Blu-rays, and then a shorter one next to it is DVDs.
You definitely got me beat for amount of games for sure, Joe.
Well, Ashley likes watching movies, so we do have a lot of Blu.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I used to buy DVDs and shit all the time, but I haven't watched TV or movies in years. So now I don't have shit all over. Actually, that's a lie. I still have CDs and DVDs all over the fucking place. So I buy too many CDs. I haven't bought CDs in a while, but I have like 600 or 700 CDs.
Nice.
Yeah, I just like supporting people I like and shit.
Yeah, I still buy CDs. I buy a lot of stuff on Bandcamp. I buy a lot of stuff.
Nice.
I support a lot of those artists, that put their stuff on Bandcamp. Even if it's free, I'll still pay for it.
Nice. I know for our SML 200 prize, we have a handful of Bandcamp prizes involved. Inverse Phase, The Spin Wires, Bob Baffy, giving up his iDarb soundtracks, and then Metroid Metal and Stemmage. They just chipped in 4 albums worth music.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So yeah,
Shit,
Loot, what are you kicking in for the contest? I know you said that you were going to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're going to give away games, man.
Nice.
Lots of games.
I have a list of everything involved, and then for Loot, I just have multiple games, who knows what.
Exactly.
I'll send in a picture of my middle finger that you could put with their shit.
Well, if anything, you're going to have to print it out and mail it to me, and that could be a physical prize.
Nice, exactly.
Because we do have a handful of physical goodies as well going out, including our Sirloins hat from Super Mega Baseball.
Dude, I kind of want to enter just for that. That shit is fucking awesome. I kind of want to enter the contest, but I know that I probably have most of the games, so I don't want to enter. Yeah, I know.
No, you could always enter and then just do giveaways yourself.
Yeah, but I don't like giving away giveaways. It just seems douchey. Thanks for the game. Let me give it to someone else. You know? But is that the kittens purring?
I don't know what that is.
That's Thor. I'm holding Thor. Thor's having a rough night tonight, so I'm holding him.
Because I knew that wasn't coming from me, and I was like, does someone else have a cat?
Kind of, but he's a pug.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, is it a dog or a cat? But dogs don't purr? What? I'm so confused.
There was a really cute moment where David actually brought Bubba to the office, and we were having a conference call, business call. We were on speakerphone with, I don't even remember who. It was some sort of biz dev call, and Bubba is snoring on the line.
Fucking awesome.
It was great. Like we're having negotiations and contracts, and you just hear in the background. It's like, keep going.
Just ignore that.
Ignore
it's
that.
Not a human. Even sleeping, even though it sounds like one. Yeah,
I mean, that was a cute moment.
That's funny. I just remember my old dog, when he got super excited, he would actually snort like a pig, and it was the funniest thing.
What kind of dog was he?
He was a miniature schnauzer. And it was just like, I remember the first time he did it, I was like, what the fuck did you just do? And it was like a full out snort. It was so funny. And then it just like, he just did it more and more. Like in the morning, he would yawn and snort. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And my current one, sometimes, it's actually both of them did it. Only a couple of times where they let out this weird ass bark where it sounded like they were drowning. It was so fucking. I was like, is that cute or am I worried? Fucking hell.
Oh, speaking of like actual what the fuckery is happening right now, are you guys seeing the news that's happening right now as we are broadcasting this?
No.
But
The fucking UK just voted to leave the European Union.
Oh, they're officially leaving it?
They're leaving.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's in my chat right now.
Shit.
It's fucking crazy.
Like, I need to like play some more video games because I'm going to need some escapism after this.
But then, like,
that's going to be a shit show.
Oh, yeah.
A European passport won't get you into UK anymore. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. Yeah, my chat is nothing but this right now. This is, wow. Okay, that's fucked up.
I think mine's going to turn into that as well.
Yeah, that's...
Fucking Brexit won. I can't believe that happened.
Holy shit. But meanwhile, there is an incredibly cute cat that I'm watching nap right now, and it is adorable.
And I'm winning at Rocket League, so what up,
though? Kittens is adorbs.
Now, is that one Predator? No, that's not Predator.
The gray one is Bean.
That's Bean.
Predator is this one.
Okay.
Black one.
Predator's getting to the chopper. I like how he's just lounging back, looking at you like, you know you gotta pay me for this, right?
Ain't me like one of your French girls.
Nice. Nice. That's too funny. He's literally just like chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all.
I don't think they know how to shoot people.
Yeah, man, they're young. They can learn. They can learn how to use the toilet. They can learn to shoot a b-ball, dude.
Yeah, the three kittens are Pork and Bean, and then Predator.
Nice. That's awesome. I named my dog Murphy just because of Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy. Did you ever see the Chappelle skit with Rick James?
Yes.
And how Rick is always calling he's calling them like Darknesses and like twin brother Darkness and shit. So literally when I got Murphy, I was like, he's so black. Holy shit, he's Darknesses. So hence Murphy.
Oh, get the Bean, you're so...
It's too funny. Now I'm looking at so much shit on my screen. I'm looking at OBS, I'm looking at my chat, I'm looking at my game, and I'm looking at a kitten. What?
The kitten is clearly the most important.
It's the thing I'm looking at the most, and it's... but the cat video isn't the thing that I need to work perfectly right now.
Oh man, so I know we are going over 2 hours here. I'm not sure what else there is to talk about. I mean, if we're going down to Brexit, I think we might be scraping the bottom of the barrel of topics for the night.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm looking at that sleeping cat and going, "Oh, kitty," and all higher brain functions are gone.
That's funny. Do you have any reviews to do or anything, Joe? Or did you do that with Chris?
Chris and I did those earlier. That way, this part could be all loot all the time.
All shit show. What did you guys review?
Oh God, a ton of crap.
Nice.
Ton of crap.
You know what I just pulled up before when I was looking for like E3 games. One that I'm really excited about is Shantae half genie, half hero genie or half genie hero. I forget the name. But the first one that we got on the Xbox One was so boss that I definitely.
Let's say we did reviews of Lumo, Kung Fu Kinect, Dreamals, 20XX, Active Soccer DX, and Land It.
Nice.
And then I did a mini review of Heart and Slash, but I'll do more of that next week.
Nice.
I did not get as far into that game as I wanted.
I totally forgot to request that game. I just sent an email today.
Proud of you.
Yeah. I just forgot to send my email earlier. That too, it's like there's so much shit coming out that it's just such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and
there's too much.
And then for next week, I want to finish up Heart and Slash. We have Into the Belly of the Beast, The Magic Circle, Grand Kingdom, and the Technomance. So I'm going to be a busy boy this week.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to be busy as fuck too. I mean, I want to finish this Rocket League DLC. Drawful 2 is still fun.
Oh, we have a question from the audience. Is there any more DLC coming for Electronic Superjoy?
I mean, we put some stuff into the main game that normally, because there's got Hot Sticky Mess. There's a lot of stuff in there.
we put the DLC actually inside. There's Hot Sticky Mess, but there was one the
hell one.
Unique levels. The unique levels. What? Jeez, I just forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's Xbox specific levels like that you can
and
only
PlayStation
play there.
specific. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are those stages ever going to make the jump to each other?
Not likely. That's why we kept them separate for a reason, so that each platform had a unique set of levels. We don't have any more DLC planned, at least for the next year. So no, the answer is no, not yet.
I wasn't sure if maybe the PlayStation might get the Xbox levels as DLC. Xbox might get the PlayStation levels as DLC after so many months.
Nah, I don't think we'll do that. We'll keep them unique to the platforms.
Nifty.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm now watching two kitties interacting with each other, and this is officially the most awesome thing I've seen today.
Yep, Pork and Bean. Pork and Bean are wrestling.
Aww.
And Predator's just napping.
Aww.
Yeah, on that note, I guess we could wrap this episode up.
Cool.
All right, thanks, guys.
So I want to thank and introduce my guests right now. I was joined by Sean Shizblacka Patterson.
Yo.
I was joined by David Sterling of Loot Interactive.
Hello.
And I was joined by Jason Sorensen of Loot Interactive.
I'm naked.
And then I was also joined by the kittens Pork, Bean, and Predator.
Nice.
Who had the most screen time out of anybody?
Pretty much.
Exactly.
And again, if you missed this, it's because you're not watching our Twitch stream.
Dummies.
You were missing out on that. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at the SML Podcast. We finally have a fucking Facebook page because someone bugged me until I just made one.
Although let's all remember that, I mean, the kitties are video, but the rest of us had to go to screenshots because Jason has shitty internet.
And I didn't know that Skype would not use my camera because OBS is using it. So
Pork was just straight up reaching for the camera. Adorable.
Aww.
And if I mentioned this earlier in the episode, the first half, if you guys still haven't checked out our SML 200 contest, make sure to hit up joecam.net for all the info and all the details. And again, we are not fucking around with this contest. After, before Loot Interactive's contribution, whatever they may provide for the winner, our prize package, well, those are priceless. Our prize package is worth over $1,000.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we are not fucking around with this contest.
Nice.
So head to joecam.net, read the instructions. We already have a handful of emails in just 2 days of this contest being out. This is going to be a fun one. So enter the contest, get your chance at $1,000 in fabulous prizes and game codes and Rock Band DLC.
That's awesome.
And help give the SML podcast a new name. Or a new meaning, I guess. Not really a new name. It'll be the SML podcast. We just don't know what the SML is going to stand for anymore.
I'll try to think of something. I'm not going to go to bed tonight. I'll pull an all-nighter like, fuck, what could it be? What could it be? You just reminded me that I fucking made a Facebook page for my Twitch channel like a year and a half ago, and I've used the thing like twice. Maybe nice. I should put more effort into that.
Yeah, you could.
I'm the laziest motherfucker ever when it comes to that shit. I could stream 10 hours straight, but if I have to type something, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
So yeah, Sean, David, Jason, thank you all for joining us for this episode. we'll have to schedule another return visit for you guys, and hopefully that time we'll hear some new games coming to Xbox.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Xbox a box.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I can tell you guys that I hate your game.
So Mr. Sterling, do you
back.
Nice.
Mr. Sterling, do you have any final words to end this episode?
Yes, thank you, and good night. How about that for originality?